Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery number 108. And if I remember to put the background on, that would help, right? To make us look better here, as we're just a bunch of pile of orange rocks. And apologize for the late start, but I was editing some clips for the show, so hopefully you'll forgive me. And yeah, when do I ever start on time anyway? That's why I always put 10:05. But I apologize and thank you everyone for hanging around. We got my good buddy here.
Hello. Hey, everybody. What's up?
Yeah, thank you for being here. Much
Thank you for having me.
appreciated. And Maddie's daddy may pop in to say hi. He's not sure if he can. I know he's in the chat. And Dad Man, hopefully we'll be here later. He's going to try to swing by. But yeah, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. And thank you again for hanging out with the late start. So hail to the StreamYard Duck. Thank you, StreamYard Duck, for being here. Oh, and Guagnar, hail to Guagnar. He did an amazing photo of me with clam pizza, or pizza with the eatery. So I gotta upload that. That was truly truly amazing. Very cool, very well done.
Nice.
So yeah, let me find that. Let me save that to my folder here so I can upload it. But super cool pizza thing. So let me get that saved here. I gotta have my artwork folder here. I save everything. It's basically easy to do the StreamYard stuff, but when you try to organize all the stuff, and it's there's a lot going on in the background. If you want to, I always worry about gadgets and gizmos and all that silly stuff. But thank you for that, Wagner. Of course, we got Dave C here. Hail to Dave C. Dave. And of course, Maddie's daddy's here. Hail.
Hey, buddy.
We've got the Phantom Outsider, who's an insider on our show every week, right? So hail to you. Brian Hepburn is there. Hail to Brian Hepburn. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's see who else has popped in. I think that's everyone saying hi to everyone if I'm catching it. Oh yeah, Dana Carvey's son passed away, accidental OD at age 32.
Really?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
I saw something being posted about that. I didn't know if that's what it was. I saw you posted a picture with his son or something.
Yeah. So unfortunately, assuming another, fentanyl overdose. So it doesn't really matter. But I've had a good friend of mine. His son passed away. Drug addiction's a terrible thing, and he thought he'd beaten it. My particular friend, and then he did it like another couple times. Who knows the details? But then with the bad enough doing anything, it could go wrong. But now with the junk that they can be laced with, it's just scary. It's very, very scary, especially if you have a kid, or it can be an older, it can be an adult too, but it seems more often it affects kids. But very, very well. It's 32. 32.
He's a kid.
Yeah, still a kid, I guess. Yeah.
Well, his parents, he always will be. And that's hard.
So condolences to
absolutely.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey's a good dude.
Yeah,
all the things I've heard about him and everything. Good comedian, of course. Yeah, but also a fairly stand-up guy from what I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah, and that I love that chopping broccoli.
He was really funny.
Yeah. He was very funny. I think that was one of his earlier skits on SNL. But they were showing they posted his first skit, and he said he was so damn nervous you couldn't tell. I was watching it. Oh, we got a new sub tonight. Titan Speaker Man Rowan 0078. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you for subscribing.
Rosalind Carter was still with us until today.
Yeah, age 96. So great humanitarian. I mean, you can't. I shouldn't be sad. Wow. Obviously, sad for the family, but lived a great life and dedicated herself to really helping people. Habitat for Humanity with President Carter.
Right.
So
good woman.
We don't do politics here, and but of course, I'm a political junkie, and let's just say I'm on the other side of the fence of most of their decisions.
Yeah, Jimmy
Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lived through the Jimmy Carter administration. It was a disaster. A lot of things going on too.
It
inflation. but it was, and he was probably one of our smartest presidents too. Fantastic naval record, probably stopped the nuclear meltdown. So super smart guy, stand-up guy, veteran. But just politically, let's just say, didn't get it done. But always, I remember one time I said, I was probably 8 years old or 6 years old. And I said something like he's an idiot or he's a jerk. My dad, who was very wasn't a fan of Carter too, he yelled at me. He said, it's the president of the United States. You don't disrespect the president of the United States. Or what you don't insult. You can say something you don't like, but you don't insult him. And of course, he was a foreigner, as I like to say. I became an American citizen, but that always stuck with me. Not
sure.
It's one thing to disagree, but the guy, loved his country. So condolences to President Carter and Rosalind. That's a great example of how to live a life, and how look how presidents get, I shouldn't say rehabilitated, but their opinion of them changes after they leave office. Look at just George W. Bush and the elder too, how they were kind of reviled when they were in office, and they're loved. And same thing with Jimmy Carter. I mean, I don't think people really dislike Jimmy Carter, but just not. His term was not well received. Obviously, only was one term, but
I've heard other things about him, but not things I would say here tonight. But
yeah, and President Nixon too. And later in life too was a lot of people gave him a second look, and so it's always good to not judge people. People deserve a chance to be redeemed. Not saying Jimmy Carter did, but just he shouldn't be. There's more to a person than what happens when you're in office, or some things are out of your control. So, and hail to Apollo's Minion and Pepperoni.
Apollo.
And I heard Simi, of course, last night was doing better. I heard she had to have some tooth work, but you think all is
okay,
all is well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and Star Trek. Yep. So
Grogu's here too.
Truck. Yeah. All right. Yeah, don't want to miss anyone. Yep.
Hey, Brogu, from old hometown.
Hello.
Speaking of my old hometown, I don't know if you've ever done this. About a buddy of mine who came over to visit the other night. We were talking about all the old movie. I mean, going to movies as kids and all the movie theaters and here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yep. And it sparked him to send me this site. I was looking at this site earlier, just kind of a weird thing, how many movie theaters there were over the course of however there were, as long as there were movie theaters. Now, when we were a kid, we were trying to remember some of the names of the ones we saw movies at when we were really young. Like 43 something movie theaters over. Many of them were gone before I was even born. It's like, that's crazy. If you live in a relatively, bigger city, maybe not like the gigantic city, just a decent sized city. It's like over the years, movie theaters come and go. So been looking up some of them, like, wow, it's so weird.
Oh, and JT Kirk is saying hi. He doesn't feel good. We're very sorry to hear that. You're not allowed to get sick during Thanksgiving week.
You're not.
You're not. Yep. So I hope Dr. McCoy pays you a visit, JT. Let me
feel better. Feel better, boy.
That stinks. It stinks to be sick.
Hey, the Lions won today, man. Go Lions, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm in the Lions bandwagon with you, buddy.
Yeah. Not bad, right? Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't have had so much trouble with the Bears, but that's okay. You won it at home, no less. But
the Bears
shouldn't throw 3 interceptions against the Bears, but that's okay. I'm teasing you, man. It was a great win, man.
Not bad. Yep. Of course, I can never find the clip when I need to find it. Right? Yep.
What are you looking for?
Mine are about a shore leave.
Oh, okay.
Which one did I have it on?
We about a shore leave. Maybe it's on one of the other thingies.
Yeah, I'm checking the other thingies. Yep. I'm checking the other thingies right now.
Checking the thingies.
Checking the thingies, yep.
Bloody thingies.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Neelix, not a decorator.
Well, I found that one. That doesn't help. It doesn't help you feel better, yep. Or maybe it does. But here, maybe it's under Wrath of Khan. Or maybe it's under TOS. Oh, here it is. I put it on. See, I filed it wrong. It's Wrath of Khan. But I filed it under TOS. Yeah, come on.
Leave out alone. Surely that.
All right. So, yeah, feel better, JT, and catch you soon. Yep. Go Lions, he says. Yep, yep. And hey, DJ Ronnie G. Says, hail and good evening to everyone. Yep. So yeah, so there's a lot to talk about tonight. I mean, some weeks we don't know what we're going to talk about. But, there's a lot going on in pop culture, right? So a bunch of things that we can discuss. But let me get that. Well, here's one of the overlays that Wagner had done, which is awesome. Yep. And let me get the new one up. Oh, no, I gotta take something off. That's always the problem. You gotta take something off to get something on. So let me. Let's add that over here. Yeah, it was very cool for Wagner to spend the time to do that. Let's grab that.
Yes.
Cool graphic here.
You were going in and out there for a sec.
There we go. That's awesome. That's amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Wagner, do you print that stuff? I mean, I guess is that in 3D you're doing the logo and the Marc's Eatery and the pizza box, or is that you actually printed that and that's taking a picture of that? Because that's very, very cool. Just wondering how that's done, like if that's done digitally, the Marc's Eatery, or if you actually printed that apron, and that's looks like Benji's wearing that apron, which is very cool. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the picture. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot to do. I got distracted. Sometimes when you do the stream, let me go get it now. Yep, the picture that for Raquel. Let me go into the Discord here, and hopefully I can talk and do two things at once. So let's say, where's the Discord link?
You're good. I got you if you need me to.
You got me. Yep. Oh, where did Discord go?
Yeah. Did a picture of Star Trek on your Discord in the Star Trek section. That's cool.
Yeah, let me show that. Yep. And you mentioned during the show, and then I got distracted and totally forgot. So I feel bad.
Keep reminding you now.
Yeah. We're not gonna go. I'm doing it right now. Yeah. Right now I'm doing it.
Yes.
So
very cool stuff. I love this, Gwag. That rocks. Literally and figuratively. Oh, do you know there's a new thing? Did you see that thing figure out there? It's got a new one with the trench coat and the hat, but it's the face is looks like the one from almost from the first season of the animated series.
Oh, it's a new thing figure? Yeah. How come I don't know about this?
You do. I just told you.
Yeah. Well, now I do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's a new one. You might have that one. It's similar to one you and I both have. The one with the trench coat, but this one is a new. It's got a different face on it.
Okay.
It looks. You'd have to see it. I'll look for it and let you know.
Yeah. Let me open this up. Let's see here. Oh, good. No, that's full screen. Let me pull this down.
Coming this Christmas to us theater.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Well, this looks amazing. My goodness gracious. Yeah, I wish I'm gonna save this and make sure we put it. I'll put it in the Twitter so we don't forget next time. But okay, so let me. Wagner says most of it is printed, but there's some CGI enhancements. Very cool. Very cool. Made all the clothes. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, it's amazing work. Yep. So let's share this amazing picture. And again, I apologize for not showing it last night because sometimes your brain gets stream brain and you forget things. Yep. So very, very cool. Look at that. That's gonna be awesome. So I'm assuming, obviously, it's gonna
nice.
Is it gonna keep going up? I'm assuming that it's gonna keep going up. But man, the work on that. Each one of those is that's that famous. That's gonna be her and Doc McCoy. It looks like that famous photo. But those are all beads. I mean, how do you keep track of what color to do? And God, the patience to do that. And how do they not fall out? Do you glue them as you go, or I can imagine like if you if you bang into that, does it get knocked off? It's very, very cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, it's gonna go up. Yep. And Gigi Rani has a fridge picture of that. Yeah, do I have that one? I mean, everyone knows that image if you're a Trek fan.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if I have that as a fridge magnet too. That's a classic photo. Yeah, the Spock with eyebrow slightly lift, maybe there. But yeah, very, very cool. Yep. And hey, Picasso, he's got game over, man. Game over.
Hey, Picasso.
Yeah, I guess he's watching
Aliens.
watching the sports balls or
That game's not over yet.
yeah.
That one ain't anyway. It's watching Aliens.
Yeah, well, you can never see. Well, you guys are in the chat, but I love there's the icon. Yep. Oh, and I got destroyed in fantasy football today. If anyone does not care,
Did you? Damn.
Yeah, because quarterback got hurt. Unfortunately, not that they care, but when your quarterback goes down and your running back goes down, and then I had the Jets defense, so it was ugliness. Yeah, so
Dang.
yeah, Joe Burrow went down for the season, unfortunately. Yeah, which not important for fantasy. And I had Devon a chain. My son started him. I yelled at him. He said, "You should have started." We had another running back we could have started. He didn't do great, but like he's just coming off the injured list, so he got hurt again. And then Kenneth Walker for Seattle got hurt. So
oh crap!
But of course, that's it's all fantasy. Hey, it's fantasy. So, but that's part of what's wrong with fantasy. Poor. It's terrible for the athletes. Get hurt.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I mean, one of the QB for Florida. Oh, I guess there was a really bad leg injury. I don't know if you saw that yesterday.
I didn't get to watch much of that, but I do know that. Yeah. I mean, today at least a couple of times. I was just glancing at TV. Didn't watch a lot of the games. I was doing something, but I saw a couple times ambulances on fields in that Buffalo game again. Yeah. Man, they have bad luck. But Buffalo had
bad luck. Yeah.
Like they had that last year, which was when they called the whole game because of one.
Yep. So hopefully the players are okay. Yeah. Yep. So Apollo's Minion says, yeah, it has glue and it'll be gluing. It was done. Okay, so you glue it probably as you go, and then because I can't imagine. Yeah,
it's amazing.
All those beads, yeah.
Hey, Captain J.C. Skywalker.
And I guess
in a coon's age there.
Hail. We can't do it like Raquel does.
No.
Captain James T. Skywalker. Yeah, no one can do
Nobody
it like Raquel.
Yeah. That must have been an old thing figure. That was like from the old toy business. But you probably have it.
Do you have a picture of it, or?
Yeah.
But I mean, I do have the trench coat.
I do too, but it's a different figure.
It's a different.
Remember, it's the one that had the burn cover.
It's a new one. Yeah, it's a new.
Remember, it came with a comic that has a burn cover.
Yeah, I have that one.
This one's different. This one's. I'll show you a picture. Because this one, this is probably from the old. It might be a reissue of the old. Here it is. Thing 2, Undercover Disguise, from 1995. So it's got the old animated one. So it came up recently. I thought it was a new re-release, but it's not. I think it's just
okay.
I'll show it to you though if you want.
Yeah, show it. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, Jets were not good today.
So you see,
yeah, I have that one.
You do?
I've got that one.
Here? Okay.
Yep, I got that one. Yeah, it's different than the Legends one. There's the Series 2 Legends with the trench coat. I actually have that in my office.
This is the,
on my shelf in my office. Yep, and I like that one much better than the trench coat fits on better. It just seems to fit much better.
So you have because it just even though I don't like the face as much, it's kind of based on the first season.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's another release of it that has a different card back, but looks the same.
Yeah, the one with the comic where he has the hands that are like straight here, the stretched out hands. I like this one better. Although I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I
about
kind of
the
like
face,
this one
but
better. Face is kind of,
it's the cartoon one, but that's okay.
but it's it's first season cartoon one. But still, yeah, that one I don't know if I have that one.
I definitely have that
I
one.
have
Yeah.
the one like that without the trench coat. Okay, that one has
Oh, but
sunglasses. That has sunglasses. The other one doesn't.
Well, here I'll show you the other one that I found online.
Yeah, because the other one, where? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I got it here. I'll show you here. I think, and this is what you get on Sunday Night Geekery.
Yeah, that's the one I
in
have.
discussion.
You and I have
Okay,
that
yeah.
one. We talked about that before.
Yeah, but
It's got a Burn
just
comic
do
book inside of it, right?
Yeah. But I like the other one better, even though this is more quote unquote.
Yeah.
See, the sunglasses don't fit right.
I don't remember mine coming with sunglasses. Unless I just lost them.
It's probably in your box of all your action figure accessories.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, so this came. Oh, so yeah. So I have all these figures. Yeah. So this came with.
Yeah.
Namor. That's a great Namor. Great. Actually, that's on my desk right now. Johnny, it's right on my desk. Dr. Doom. I'm pretty sure I have Doom, and that was the Yancey Street. Yeah, that was the other version of the thing. Yep.
I have that Doom. Yeah, and yeah, I have those.
I think I have that Doom.
What's one on the way to the right?
That's Namor.
I can't see it here. Okay.
Yeah,
What,
that's
what
Namor.
outfit?
That's the black costume.
Black costume. Okay, I can't even see it
Yeah.
to make it out right there, but yeah,
Yeah.
I have that one. I think.
Yeah. I love those old legends. Those are so great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Gragner says that's the said he started collecting legends with. Yeah. What is it? The
Oh,
and
yeah.
Great Captain James C. Skywalker made it 12 feet of my walker. We'll walk again. God bless you. Yep.
Excellent. That's great, buddy. I hope you're doing better, man.
Yep. God, that's rough. Yep. Yeah, a lot of things you take for granted, right? I mean, getting down the stairs sometimes are simple things. Yep. You know.
Yes, sir.
When I took out my knee, it was like I can't get down the stairs. It takes me 10 minutes to get down the stairs now. Damn it. You know, of course, I knew it was going to be better, but it's you know, you just don't think about it. Yeah.
Cool.
So there's that
rooting
trench
for
coat
you.
from 95.
We're rooting for you, Captain. Yeah, but
Yep. Keep working hard.
the trench coats are kind of flimsy and crappy. I have that one too, the big one with the trench coat.
That one, yeah, that's a cheap.
No, the last one.
I have that one.
That one.
That one, yeah.
That's a 10-inch one.
Yeah, it's a plastic trench coat. It's a
it's flat.
not
They're
so
really
good.
flimsy, a little crappy.
Yeah. This is a custom figure. That's well done. Wow, look at that.
That's custom. That looks like I have that.
That's
figure.
custom.
Oh,
Custom wire trench coat.
Custom.
The coat, yeah, with wires in it, so you can do.
Then that's pretty
$25.
Cool. That coat looks a lot better.
Yeah, with wires. Yeah, it must be on eBay. Yep. Add to watch list. No figure. It's expensive, but that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to make something like that. So yeah, a lot of work. Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, look, you can get the Beast white
with the coat. Yeah. That's pretty
cape
cool.
for Dr. Doom. Marvel Legends.
Why does Spawn need a cape? Why does Spawn need a coat?
He doesn't, but he's trying to sell one.
Okay.
Oh, they have a damaged version too. Wow. Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's
nice work.
It's a nice cape, yes.
That's a nice work.
What's that last Doom figure that I got? It's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, no, that's the one. That's a 1/12 Doom. Let's see. Let's go back.
Oh, that's a what? Oh,
it's a 1/12. So, but let's see if we got put this guy's link in the chat. Do a little minor enabling there.
Cool.
So that's store there. Yep.
We already got the Reed Richards with the lab coat.
Yep. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that one looks nice. Yep. And Stephen M is here. Hail to Stephen M.
Hey, what's up, Kal-El buddy?
Good to see you. All right. Well, this guy's got a nice store. Let's see. Seller information. Of course, he's got Spawn, Batman. God, that looks good. I mean, I know you don't like that movie. Steve Mitchum and I do, but
what movie?
the new Batman movie.
They made a new Batman.
Sparkly
movie?
Batman. Oh yes, they did.
When?
Well, look at
I thought
that
nobody
wired
tells me
cape
these
with
things.
logo.
Oh yeah, cool. Wired capes are
Super.
pretty cool.
Yeah, look at that.
They used to do that. Remember the superpowers ones?
They did have some. I'd have a bunch of the superpowers, but yeah, they have.
Did the Superman's cape have like wires in it, or
I
Batman's?
can't remember now. I got to
I can't
find
remember.
my.
Maybe if
I
not
gotta
them,
find
some
my
of them. I know some
superpower.
of them did. Yeah.
I got to find my superpowers in a box somewhere. They are in a box somewhere, but I can't find any of them lately. Scarlet Spider. There's a whole world of action figures. Oh, I've got these. The Return to Gates of Gondor. That was from the DVD set. Yeah.
That's a book or DVD holder ends or for books or
Well, it
DVDs?
came with the set. It was the
Okay.
deluxe DVD.
Nice.
You could buy with this, and then the other one, and they had Gollum too, and then there was a Minas Tirith like box statue of the city.
Yeah.
Or Gondor. No, it was No, it was Gondor. Or was it? I can't remember now. But yeah, it was very cool. Yep. So if you bought the deluxe, well, you could buy them. Yeah, I think they come all together. It was separate, but I can't remember. Wow, a lot of cool stuff in this store. Yep. Wow, a lot of stuff. Yeah. Buy all this cool stuff for your action figures. Yep. Not bad. Not bad.
Nice.
Yep. So there we go. Go spend some money on eBay. Yeah.
Yepper.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Not
How do you
bad.
drop that one?
Yeah. So well, we did have we dropped in the end zone.
You saw that? That's a terrible drop.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's 4th and goal. Yep. So for all you sports ball fans out there, yep.
Yeah, 17-15 now. 5 field goals. How do you drop that? Ugh.
I could have caught that. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I could have got it with one.
I couldn't have run there, but I could have caught it maybe.
No, couldn't have run.
Hot potato. Yeah. But let me get. I wanted to talk about the new Davros, and normally we don't get too into the weeds on things, but this kind of really teed me off, and I guess it teed off Clobbering Times when I sent it to you late at night, and I don't want to try to like avoid this stuff, but this one
it's a Doctor Who thing. It's connected to Doctor Who, so I mean,
Well, but in terms of the political,
it is Doctor Who month, and it is the 60th anniversary this week.
Yeah, in terms of the political mumbo jumbo, but I guess it's not real. I don't know if it's directly political, but in some ways you can infer it as that. But it is a redo of the character. So, and Guagnar says thank you. He's a member. Says R.I.P. Doctor Who. Yeah, it was very disconcerting to see that.
Russell T Davies has been garbage for a long time, but now at least he's showing us true colors.
Yeah, I mean, I like to just avoid that stuff if I can. I kind of don't want to know.
Understand.
I shouldn't say avoid on talking about it.
No,
but
I got you. I'm with you.
I just all these actors that are political. Yeah, they have a right to say what they want to say, but I also have a right not to listen or not to watch their stuff.
Surely, yeah.
So, there were some Star Trek actors the other day posting stuff, and and I really liked how their performances. I almost wish, I mean, maybe there's the others, the certain group of people maybe do like it, so I guess they think they're catering to one side, or they think they don't care, right? I guess, but a lot of times I just want to, that was the Laura Ingraham that Shut Up and Sing, or I mean,
no, I hear you. I'm with you.
I mean, these people are famous because of their acting, of course, but they've got a platform because, hey, face it, you're actors, you're in the public.
I'd rather it be, but you know what I would rather though? They're ruining their entertainment with. If it were just them on Twitter saying their opinions, I wouldn't care, because they've been doing that forever, and we've been calling them out because they are attributed some sort of certain expert status just because they're freaking famous. So, but at least
famous Alar apples, they had actresses
That's
go
the
to
big
Hollywood
one.
to
And-
testify as experts.
But they're entitled to have any opinion they want and express it. I want them to have that freedom. But when they destroy the entertainment they make for us with it and put it in there, so I guess if we were just still at the stage where they were talking in their own private lives or in interviews even, or being activists or whatever, I wouldn't give a crap that much. Another idiot, a Hollywood moron. But now that it's infested all of their entertainment is when it really is the worst. And Tim Russ is an idiot.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, I've heard this quote. I don't know if it's true or not. I've heard some people say it's true or not true, but they wanted Michael Jordan to, endorse a candidate on the Democratic side, and then allegedly said Republicans buy sneakers too. Because however you think, that I've heard that quote attributed to him.
I heard it. Yeah.
You heard it. You heard him say.
No. I mean, I'm sure. I'm like you. I've heard it attributed to him. I should say. Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know if it could be one of those quotes that.
It's pretty famous.
But but even if it does, it means something too, because I don't want to talk about politics that often, or
no, I know
as much as I follow it, because you don't want to alienate it. We want to have fun and talk about sci-fi and things like that. But this kind of intersects a little bit, so that's why I'm not saying it's an exception, but it's just it kind of intersects. I'm using the word intersectionality, but
yep.
So there was a special. Of course, they do these special
Children in
Doctor
Need.
Who. Yeah, Children in Need special. Here's the article on it, and they do. It's a great idea. They do like a little 5-minute skit, and I guess I don't know if it's canon or not canon, or how that goes in terms of Doctor Who. But they've been doing these for years, where they do these specials, which is a great idea. Yeah, to promote it. And Children in Need, I guess that's a British charity. I'm assuming. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, they've been doing those for years and years and years, and Doctor Who has participated. They did a great one called The Curse of the Fatal Death, that if you have not seen that, I highly recommend it. Back in 2000, Stephen Moffat wrote it, had Rowan Atkinson playing the Doctor, and then it's about him, a Jonathan Pryce plays the Master, and then other people, a whole lot of other people play the Doctor in the episode too. It's a great it's really, really amazing.
That's about 5 minutes, I guess. Or
no. This is about. It's like a 20-something minute one. It's like a whole episode type thing, and it's treated like a real. I mean, it's got the comedy, but it's at least 20 minutes. The Curse of the Fatal Death. Have you ever seen that one? No, you got to watch it. It's really
no, I haven't seen it. No.
Oh, you'd enjoy that. I mean, it's probably still out on YouTube somewhere. But Rowan Atkinson would be a great Doctor.
Yeah, this is actually on the YouTubes right now. You can watch.
Yeah, I know. You know why I stopped watching it? Another qualm with Russell T Davies and David Tennant. And the first thing that comes out of David Tennant's pie hole was, "What happened? I was just a brilliant woman." Something like a few minutes ago. Okay, automatically shows how this show is slanted, because every single Doctor, if you know Doctor Who, what's the first thing? What are the first things he does? The new ones, he is insult the last one as a joke. Like, I mean, actually, in the Three Doctors, the first time they all got together, the 10th anniversary, what did they do? They argued and insulted each other the whole time. Then when Tom Baker first sees his new face in Robot, he says, "Oh, I say the nose is a definite improvement." They always, and then later in the Five Doctors, was it perfectly refers to Tom Baker? I mean, as the Doctor as teeth and curls, and then later, when he's mentioned. I became all teeth and curls. Well, maybe I have, but I haven't yet. And he's insulting his, in other words, they always go, every one of them, makes kind of a joke about their new form, but they also, the Sixth Doctor really hated being the Fifth Doctor. They always, in either they're self-deprecating as well, but they also, insult the last one.
Yeah. Well,
but no, of course, because it's a woman, you can't do that. Anyway.
And that was the least of the problems.
Oh yeah,
webisode.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So it's new spin-off show Unleashed, and ahead of the show's return later this month. So I guess was it next week the new episode drops, or when?
Well, Thursday is Thanksgiving Day for us, but the 23rd is the anniversary of the show. But they don't start till Saturday. I think they were in Saturday. I think they're supposed to be something. They were supposed to be running a on that day, hey, your Muslim uncle's here.
Yeah, your Muslim uncle. Yeah.
And they have a they're going to be showing, the first episode of that had the Daleks in it, which was called the Daleks.
Mhm.
For William Hartnell, they've colorized it and cut and chopped it up to a shorter version. And they're going to be showing some really weird, really like they're supposed to look really, really good. I don't know why you needed to colorize it, but yeah.
Well, you just like colorizing stuff.
But and they even have like a steel book coming out of it already. That a buddy of mine who after this kerfuffle that happened with Russell T Davies, he went and canceled his order for it, probably.
Yep.
So
Not surprised. Yep. Yeah, so what this is, so it's the Children in Need special. So Dr. David Tennant's doctor accidentally interrupts the genesis of dialects in tonight's November 17th minisode. A special scene saw comedian Marwan Rizan, a scientist Mr. Castavian, who is presented with a dialect prototype by an unmutated Davros, Julian Bleach, who played Davros in the continuation after 2005. So what a lot of people initially reacted, they thought this was Davros before he'd been injured, before he'd been scarred, lost his eyes.
Which would have been fine.
Yeah, no, and the interesting thing was people were arguing like, no, this is Davros before. Like, no, didn't you see what Russell T Davies posted on Twitter or on? I get it was on this during the special. I'm assuming, yeah, it was probably during the special. So if you watch the 5-minute clip on YouTube, this doesn't have any commentary by Russell T Davies. It's just got the just got the episode. But then there's I'll put the Twitter link in here. Let me click on this and copy. This is one of the links that you can find it at different places. But this is the link to. I'll show clips from it. Obviously, I don't want to show the clip, get in trouble. But so this is all good. Tennant says we're doing a bit for children in need. This Tennant on the set of the minisode, which was filmed on his birthday. It's a little special scene. So, I mean, in general, yeah, these are harmless little charities. It's supposed to have a comedy bent to them. People got angry because they had, dialects have plungers. So he breaks an arm, you'll see, and then David Tennant goes in and gives him a plunger. But I mean, if it's not, minor stuff, and they're just.
Well, it's not
I'm
canon, no matter what they say, but still.
Yeah, but I'm just, So, but the idea is just to do something for the charity. It's a telethon, and of course, Catherine Tate is coming back, so that's all good. But then, what the big controversy is that started? Let me show the my screen here. Let me get the slideshow on. So this is Russell T Davies commenting on the little minisode. But on set today, Davros is looking quite different. We had long conversations about bringing Davros back. So yeah, they're talking about bringing him back. So I guess I don't know if Davros is even going to be in this season of Doctor Who.
No, actually, no, not the new one anyway.
Yeah, so
they said he won't be in the first Shooty season yet. No, well, according to Davies, said no classic villains will be in that season.
Okay, which is fine. I mean, you don't have,
No, it's fine, but they're gonna have to bring him back. At least the one after that, if they want to keep up the copyright, probably because they can't every now and then. They got to do it so many times. I mean, so often, every so often.
Yeah, otherwise they lose the copyright.
They lose the chance.
The nations,
the rights.
Yeah, nations. The state owns.
Yeah,
which is interesting, but I guess he had better lawyers than the creators of Superman.
He had pretty good ones, considering he was dealing with the government, which was the BBC.
Yeah, and he created Davros and the dialects, and as you said, saved Doctor Who probably, or that became so popular. Yeah,
but Davros didn't even show up till like 1975. But yeah, the Daleks themselves was the very second story, 4-part story, and I mean they were about to shut everything down. Because the show was, the Unearthly Child was 4 parts of boring stuff. Other than the first part was kind of cool, but after that it was 3 parts of them sitting in caves with these cave people trying to discover fire. I was like, what the hell is this show? The next one, they filmed it. Fortunately, they showed it after they'd film it, and and it had the Daleks, these crazy creatures, or these crazy, pepper pots or whatever, and they got parents were calling the BBC and raging, "Don't you ever show those horrible things again!" But kids were running around exterminating everybody, loving the hell out of it. And so did you ever see that movie, Adventures in Space and Time, the movie about William Hartnell?
Is that the one with
David Bradley?
I don't think I've seen that.
It's came out during the 50th anniversary special. It's called Adventures in Space and Time, and it's David Bradley's playing William Hartnell. It's about how the show got originally started.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
I've seen that. Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Well, there's a great scene with the producer of the show. The lady Verity Lambert she's all kind of bummed out. She was concerned. They thought they were going to lose the show right after that Dalek episode aired, and she looks out into the street. Or something. A bunch of kids are running around saying, "Exterminate!" The kids were loving the Daleks, and the Daleks were huge.
Yeah.
But yes, Brian, he said
great creation.
He did. No, he's pretty much said that Davros going forward will never have been the real version of him. He's going to be the stupid one they have, the Khalid version, but not half Dalek.
Yeah. So here's Davies saying. I always think of Ray Davies from the Kinks. We had long conversations about bringing Davros back because he's such a fantastic character. Of course, he's probably, if you had to name, obviously Doctor Who, right? The Master and Davros, Daleks, and the Cybermen, who would be all in the top, right? Is the top
after he first appeared in Genesis of the Daleks, he was in every single of the classic Doctor Who Dalek stories. After that, he was in all of those. Then he didn't pop back up again until Journey's End and The Stolen Earth and Journey's End or whatever. When that 10 episode he came back, and then he's been coming back, pretty regularly.
Yeah. No, I'm saying just it's just if you had to pick who are the top Doctor Who villains, right?
He's one of
Spider-Man, you say
Daleks
Doc Ock, right?
Yeah, exactly. Daleks are the most important Doctor Who villain. They're the biggest.
Yeah.
The Master, the Cybermen, Davros certainly figures into the Daleks now. So yeah.
Yeah, but those are the top. Who would be like the fourth?
I'd say other great ones would be the Ice Warriors.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't come around that much later. Zygons were only in a couple episodes, so let's see. Silurians and Sea Devils, and
Silurians,
and but really, nobody recurred with the frequency of the Daleks or the Cybermen in the Master. They were like the most frequent for sure.
Yep. So he says he's a fantastic character, which can't argue with that one, right? Yep. Time and society and culture and taste. So there's the arm that's going to be replaced by the plunger, but that's all right. That's people are getting mad at that. For me, that's fine. So that's you find out this is Davros. So a lot of people thought this was Davros, obviously, before he got hurt. So time and society and culture and taste has moved on, which you can't argue with that. There's things obviously do change, but this is where I have a problem. He said there's a problem with the Davros of old. Is that he's in a wheelchair? He's a wheelchair user.
Not a wheelchair, by the way.
Yeah, and he does kind of correct that a little bit going forward. But I grew up with a grandfather who was handicapped. Well, he would call himself, back in the day, he said crippled. So things have changed a lot. So when my grandfather, could barely get around, there was no handicap. I said maybe there were handicap parking spaces in the 70s eventually. I can't remember, but there certainly were no, wheelchair ramps and handicap access, which is all, thank God that that's changed and become, things have become much more accessible, due to the ADA and societal changes. So things do change. I mean, in the 30s, you couldn't show President Roosevelt in a wheelchair because they were afraid, people wouldn't follow a leader who was in a wheelchair. So, and the press went along with it, not to show any photos, and they had him staged so he could be standing up or, be sitting behind the desk, and they went along with that. But, not that it makes me any high authority. What people always say, well, if I'm handicapped, do I have more of a more valid point of view or not handicapped. I mean, I think everyone equally can make a comment however they like. But my personal experience, I grew up. My grandfather was working as a toll booth collector on I-95, and he worked. We had Thanksgiving, so anniversary is coming up. So Thanksgiving, he had Thanksgiving Day, and then went to work at night as a toll booth collector. So he was up for 24 hours, and he fell asleep driving home and hit a bridge embankment, and he ended up being in the hospital for 8 months. He should have lost his leg. I mean, his leg actually had a joint in it that went backwards. So that was something they did years ago. So he actually walked with a joint, almost like a bird, the way a bird walks. And I remember some other kids like, "Well, doesn't your grandfather's leg do that too?" Because to me, I grew up with him, and my parents actually postponed their wedding for a year. He was in the hospital, like I said, for 8 months, and back then they had the local newspaper would put articles in. So actually, I've digitized most of it. I got to do put not that I would put it on the internet, but just show my mom and show the great grandkids. But I actually had an article, like when he came home, and then had a list of all the injuries that he had. And it was just unbelievable, all the broken bones. And, it's a miracle that he survived. Of course, then there were no airbags, no seatbelts. And I think he was driving my mom's little Triumph or something. He had borrowed her car, like it was a smaller car. So, he was a wreck. So, but I always grew up with someone like that and never thought about it. And he never, God bless him, the guy never complained. I mean, he probably should have been complaining a lot. But, back then in the 70s, it was heck of a lot tougher to get around. So people, another thing is I never thought of Davros as a wheelchair user. Like you said, it's like a Darth Vader, like life support mechanism. And that's
he's half Dalek. He's half
yeah.
Dalek.
Yeah. So he's in that unit. So they're inferring too that you're thinking that he's a wheelchair user that's evil. I didn't go to my grandfather. I said, "Oh, Grandpa, I'm watching this new show that I just saw, Doctor Who, and there's this evil guy, and he's handicapped like you, so you must be evil too." And
he's not even handicapped so much as he was destroyed. He had a radiation accident thing or whatever it was, working, and he was very, very, very old. And it was a life support system thing, as much as it was that base thing he's flying around in. That's a machine. He's part machine in a sense.
Yeah.
So all of us, like, it's nothing to do with wheelchair users and stuff. It's like so stupid. Now, again, like I said, there's a guy that I'm friendly with, that I've known, that's a friend of a friend, Noel Daniel Leach. Is a cool dude. He calls himself Scottish Davros. He has a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but he's been doing some comments on. He is in he's not only in a wheelchair. Yes, he's a paraplegic. He's talked about it a lot. He's a really good guy. And his favorite character is Davros. He calls himself the Scottish Davros because he loves the character. He loves Doctor Who, and he hates what's been done to it over the past few years. And this made him sick. He's pissed off. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You don't. He said, "You don't speak for me, Russell C. Davies. You don't speak for wheelchair users. You are a freaking. I mean, this is as stupid as. I got to tell you, this is bizarre even for these people, even for SJWs. This is bizarre.
Yeah. What happens? I think the heart is in the right place, and I don't think there's any the malignant thought in Mr. Davies. I don't think he thinks he's doing the right thing. I don't think he is. I think
if you watch the other show where he talked about the way he talked about fans and the way he is acting about this, I disagree.
Talk about and just in terms of this issue, not his reaction.
Well-intentioned, you mean? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, the initial, I think when people do things like this, I don't think they're saying, "Hey, let's." Yeah, but I don't think they're saying let's get. Maybe sometimes, maybe I always like giving.
I think he's virtue signaling. He's proven to be a whole horrible.
Yeah,
person.
This can be virtuous signaling, but they also think they're doing the right thing now.
Well, there's arrogance.
Oh, here we got Larry here. It says, "Hi, guys and ghouls. Glad to be a member and viewer. Thank you so much, Larry. Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you for that, Larry. Much appreciated. Thank you for being a channel member." So I think, I mean, you could, on the face of it, you could say, yeah, with this, I think people think, they're we want to show, how we've changed, quote unquote. Can't see my finger quotes here. Evolved. We're better now, so we're not going to have a wheelchair user. But I don't think that could be that's evil. So I don't think, and you want to have don't want to have other people in a wheelchair. So I think on the face of it, you can say they're not potentially trying to do anything. They're your heart could be in the right place, but then when you hear what he says here, he's a wheelchair user is evil. And I had problems with that. It's like, well, I never thought of him as a wheelchair user. So now I'm thinking, what I never even, thought of that. I mean, people said there's this long running trope of people with disabilities or the monsters, but that's one of the reasons I love Ben Grimm, because he's a monster, but he's a kind-hearted guy. Yeah, on the outside. So there are Frankenstein monster is not a bad creature, right? In the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's the people with the pitchforks that are after him that are the monsters, not the Frankenstein monster. So, a lot of times you do have that scarred person or that injured person, or can be evil, or Dr. Doom, as allegedly has his whole face is scarred. But if Jack Kirby said he's got just one little scar in his chin, right? But he can't.
Yep.
He can't take it because he's got that one little scar. So it's just yes, that's existed, but in history where you've got the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but the Hunchback is actually ends up being a good guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so a lot of times it's a twist on that. So
rarely is it they're in other words, it goes both ways. There are bad people. Let's see. All right. If you
Hook.
Let's see. Disabled. Forget disabled for a second. Just say someone in something of a wheelchair. Let's see. You've got Davros. If you've got a cold, a wheelchair. What's another wheelchair bad guy? I'm having trouble thinking of too many. I can think of a couple of good guys. Captain Pike, Professor X. Damn,
who's got super chat?
Who's
thank you
one?
so much, RRTNZ.
ARR.
Yep.
He's great, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just nuts. Yeah, that's what gets me. So Ironside. I'm trying to think of an evil.
Ironside was a good guy. Yeah, that's a good point.
Ironside. I'm trying to think of and Ironside was a groundbreaking show for its time too. Back
right
in the 70s, we had a wheelchair user. So a lot of times I think they've been elevated too.
Where has there been a wheelchair user that was a villain? I'm trying to think of one. I'm sure.
Glass, the villain in Glass.
Oh, Mr. Glass. There you go. Okay, one.
Mr. Glass. Yeah.
I guess that movie's no good. You could, not that he would remake it anyway, but yeah.
Oh, I got to play something for RRTNZ. Of course, we get a super chat. So let's see what should I play here. Let's see. I got to find something here. This is how War feels about this.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
And we'll go with some nerds too.
Get those nerds! 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 What?
And those all might be good reactions to what's happening. Hey, Hungry Boy's here. Hail.
HB.
Yeah.
HB.
And Fan says, I don't know how they could ever claim that Doom only had a tiny scar after he put that hot face paint on. Well, talk to Jack Kirby in an interview, and you can take it up with the King. I'm not going to.
Yeah, because that's I wasn't that hot. It's only one scar.
Yeah. But he's been it's been changed throughout the years where they've
It was nice and cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Davies had problems with that. Let me back up a little bit. So the wheelchair user is evil. I had problems with that. A lot of us on the production team had problems with that. Associating disability with evil. See, now I never associated.
Chief from Doom Patrol, Madam Webb. Sorry, go ahead. Oracle.
Oh yeah. Oracle. Yep. Barbara Gordon, Oracle. So I think there's probably more heroes that are disabled than you would think of. Yeah.
Yep. And again, it's not a wheelchair. Idiot, stupid ass.
Well, this is not a wheelchair. Yeah.
Davies.
But he's saying it now. He's saying the disability, so he's making a general with evil. But I mean, I never thought of that as a kid. I mean, did anyone in the chat think of it that way? I mean,
No.
maybe the part of the problem is we view everything through this lens now, where everything has got to be dissected and categorized and put you in different groups.
Associating disability. Whoever associated disability with evil? I want to know. Raise your hand. I didn't.
Yeah, I never did. And I mean, now I guess I've been watching this go, forth on Twitter X. I should have renamed Twitter X, but I call it Twitter X. But a few wheelchair bound people chimed in and said, yeah, they were upset with it, and some other people liked it. And hey, you're free to choose whatever you like or dislike. This really got me fuming, and I don't get angry at much, but I knew when I sent it to you, were gonna.
Oh, it's horrible. Again, like I said, we've been seeing. You would think there would be nothing left to surprise us anymore. I got to admit, Russell did that. He surprised me because, as stupid as these people are, and when I say these people, I mean this guy's ilk, the SJW morons out there that we've been fighting for many years that have infiltrated the culture and the pop culture. I've got to admit to you, I didn't think there was anything else that I could hear from any of them that would make me to the point go, I can't believe how that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I didn't think anyone would come up with something that Davros of all characters had to be dealt with. I've got to hand it to him.
Never would have thought of that. Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, so you're making a problem where there was no problem before. I mean, yeah, there have been portrayals. If you want to talk about, hey, let's go to Breakfast at Tiffany's, and mention the portrayal of
Mickey
Rooney. I mean, that's extremely offensive. I mean, very, very offensive. I mean, does that mean you should never watch the movie? Or the note, hey, it's different time, different cultural mores. I don't have a problem with putting that on the screen. For something like that, that's an obvious if you guys know that scene in Breakfast and Tiffany. But a lot of actors, they did have that portrayal of Asians, which was horrible in Hollywood, and they wouldn't use Asian actors many times. I would say if you watch that today. But Davros, I never thought of that in any way, shape or form. So he's saying. Trust me, there's a very long tradition of this. We'll go backwards, associating disability with evil, and there's a very long tradition. I've saw some videos. Or Captain Hook. They mentioned Captain Hook.
Who did?
All right, I guess
he did.
One of these videos, not him, but people are debating back. There's a video that decided, it's like. So Captain Hook is considered one.
He was evil before he got the stupid hook. Idiots.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so that's one of the villains. Yeah, I'm not blaming people in the past at all. Well, thank you. I'm not blaming me.
Thanks.
But the world changes, and the world changes. Doctor Who has to change as well. That's one of the problems I have. We love traditions and history, and when there is no problem, it's something you don't need to change. There was no, massive letter writing campaign or anyone that was upset. I mean, look at the Washington football team. I won't say their old team name just so I don't get trouble on the YouTube.
Commies.
But the Commanders, there were a lot of people that were upset with that name.
They're actually called the Commies. I've checked.
The Commies. Yeah, some people like the name, for debates about some Native Americans who said it wasn't offensive. Others said it was. But, name has been changed, right?
You know what is offensive? That name. Even if I wanted them to change that name, if I were a fan, one of these weenies who wants them to change the old one, I'd still go, Commanders is the best you guys. I mean, what is it? It doesn't even apply to Washington. It doesn't, usually, granted, there are no Lions in Detroit, I guess, and there are no, I guess Bears.
The Washington Generals.
But, the Generals, there should have been the Washington Taxers if you want to have a scary.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. The Washington Taxmen. That'd be like the scariest mascot yet. Yeah. What would you put like a death symbol on their helmet? Death and taxes.
Yeah. But so he says Doctor Who has to change as well. So I'll back up so you get that full effect of that quote. But the world changes, the world changes.
Yeah. It does change all the time. It doesn't have to change like this.
Yeah.
It changes enough anyway.
It does. this is just looking for a problem when there is none,
No,
and it's
exactly.
and you're trying to virtual signal, and yeah, maybe he thinks he's doing the right thing and makes you feel feel good about it, but I think you're creating more division in in the fandom and society by pointing these things out and saying, hey, you can't have someone like Davros anymore. We can
Yeah.
evolve, we can start anew, we can become stronger. Well, all right, well, that's who can argue with that, right? I mean, so that's the new Davros there. So he made the choice to bring back Davros without the facial scarring. So he's got no scars. He was blind too,
No.
right? So that was his disability. I mean, I guess he could see electronically, but he had been
Mm-hmm.
blinded, so he was kind of like Geordie LaForge in that sense. I made the choice to bring Davros back without the facial scarring. So that's old Davros and new Davros. And this is not, Davros before the accident. This is Davros, as he stated in it. And without the wheelchair or his support unit. So he says it's, the support unit. So he would die without this life support unit / chair, kind of like Darth Vader, Darth Vader can't survive without mechanical help. So which functions as a wheelchair. Yep. Look at that classical. Well, that's newer Doctor Who, but that was some great makeup. I think that's the same actor left and right as well. So that's the same actor. That's him in the chair there.
Yes, same actor.
Yeah, and there's so many people that do cosplay too for Davros.
Well, they better not do it now, the bigots.
Yeah, I said this is how we see Davros now. I said, yeah. So this is Davros now. So yeah, this is not a before he gets injured, as I said. Yep. So this is what he looks like. This is 2023. This is our lens. So that's what I have a huge problem with. Everyone judging. Well, he's making a judgment. First, he says, "I don't blame anyone," but you are judging.
Yeah, you definitely are.
People in the past, and saying that because this character was in a wheelchair. But if you'd been born in 1600, what do you think your attitudes would have been towards anyone that wasn't if you're British or colonists? What do you think your attitudes would be? I mean, and it takes a lot to overcome how you're educated, how you grow up, and what you're taught. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but when you met when the settlers met certain people, I can't use certain language I can't use on YouTube, but how they described them. But how would you, if you grew up at that time frame, how would you have reacted? Or conversely, the Native Americans, what did they think of the settlers? But you can't. Back then, slavery existed everywhere. Obviously, horrific blight on human history, but all over the world, slavery
still
existed
does everywhere.
It still does. So,
yeah.
I mean, how are you gonna judge that? So I'm not saying you're trying to excuse that, but I hate this going back and looking at the lens and saying, this is what he looks like, and you're changing a character too. It's not saying, all right, well, we're gonna make a new character, and this is what this new character does, and this is how this new character acts. And going forward, we're maybe we're not going to use Davros as much, or you could change him a little bit, but no, they're saying this is this is our lens. This is 2013. So it's just that really that part got me going too. It's not Davros before the accident. This is all right. Things used to be black and white. They're not in black and white anymore. Davros used to look like that, and he looks like this now.
Idiot.
And that we are absolutely standing by. I
Good.
think
Stand by your garbage ratings. Go ahead, sir.
It's all right. Yeah. I think because it's Children in Need Night. It's a night where issues of disability or otherness or being excluded from society. Now, yeah, no one should be excluded from society because of a handicap or disability or the way they look. Obviously,
who is? But, yeah. Who is? By the way, I want to know who is.
Yeah, well, you could have individuals that do it, but the government, in the U.S.
not anymore.
Hey, we've got, it's against the law to discriminate. You've got to have handicap access. You've got to make things accessible.
Right.
80, like the Americans with Disability Act. Like our schools in town, they've got to redo them, rightfully so that there's handicap access. But I don't think people are othered that much today, right? I mean, that's just, I'm just viewing it through, my lens, to quote Mr. Davies
No,
there,
I'm not saying
what I see, but
never, but no.
yeah. But I think there's a lot more opportunities, thankfully, and a lot more chances for people to have opportunities and careers, and we've come a long way. I mean,
Sure.
but so he's saying that this character is regressive character, and it's not something that in 2023 that we think should be allowed to you know to
Darn
propagate
big
here.
Davros.
Yeah, you can't have this
Yeah.
character. So
Darn
hey,
man
Don,
Davros.
yep,
Hey, Don.
yeah, we did mention Rosalind Carter at the start of the show. Yep. So Larry says just use dialects, not Davros. I mean,
Yeah, just shoot. Yeah, why put Davros in there at all? He's doing it to. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. If he really felt that way, he just wouldn't use Davros for that little short thing he's doing, and maybe bring him back some later. He's doing this to call attention to himself because, like all SJWs, he's a phony, and he's full of himself, and he likes projecting his idiotic views on everybody else. And if you don't agree with him, you're a hate mongering bigot. He says that in the other interview that he did this weekend.
yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see the other interview, but I mean, these are not. Yes, it should be issues of disability rather than this. Yeah, excluded from society. Come right to the front of the conversation. Yeah, that's people shouldn't be left out. Of course, yeah. So of all nights to make this change, I thought it was absolutely vital to do this. Very, very proud of the fact that we have. Yeah, so he's very proud of the fact that they've gotten rid of the Davros character that Terry Nation created, and they've got a new character who can walk around and kind of looks like a Yahtzee. I guess they did that with that uniform, but yeah, it's just really, really annoyed me. Yes, he's very, very proud of the fact that we have. It wasn't that tough to do. I mean, but they're proud of the fact that they've taken him out of the wheelchair. And it's just inconceivable to me that they would do something like this. But I think it in the broader sense, it's illustrative of what's been happening in culture and arts, entertainment. I hate to use the word woke or uber liberal left, whatever you want to call it. Looking at things with a new lens or quote unquote progressive lens. I hate whatever the terminology, doesn't matter, but just this way of thinking of revisiting things and the virtue signaling and doing things just because you want to look good or change things, or it's not because of the story, or organic to the story, or maybe they could have had Davros develop a cure or something, or fix somehow fix his body, or make a clone, or if you want to go that route and say maybe we don't want to have him in the wheelchair anymore, which I think is ridiculous to associate him being in the wheelchair as being evil because he's in the wheelchair. That means people in wheelchairs could be evil. I think that's just ludicrous. But there's ways you could have written it to be less angry, to make fans less angry, and so I think that's part of the problem, where you're writing stuff, not so much writing it just because the story dictates it and you want to have some great messaging in your story, kind of like as Star Trek TOS did so well. Tons of political messages in TOS, but most of the time it was very subtle, or you could interpret it multiple ways. But now they're writing these stories where let's put this character in who's got XYZ traits, where it doesn't seem like the character is organic to the story or fits into the story. And you could argue that maybe New Trek has some of that, as some people have said, where you're just concerned about what's happening with what a character looks like or how a character presents, versus, hey, let's write some really good stories about that character, and then in the meantime we can illustrate why certain people have been picked on or bullied, and why that shouldn't happen, but let's do it in really intelligent way and a way that's organic to a story. So that's where I have, there's two parts of this, where we're going this way now, where we've got to, rework our characters so we don't think fit the way we like, or when you cast a character, it's can't look, the original way. You can't have that original character, the look, because it's problematic now. There's something wrong with it. There was never something wrong with the character to begin with. You never even thought about it, or never even crossed my mind. I bet 99% of people
No.
never even thought of this. So
No.
that's So that's where it's gone nuts. I think where we've got this new, modern lens looking back at everything. James Bond. I mean, you're gonna have James Bond like he was again, and
No, ever.
Yeah.
No, it's all over.
I mean, maybe he shouldn't be slapping women like he was in one of the movies, but that was the James Bond character, right?
Well-
Maybe you just wouldn't have that today, right? But that doesn't mean that you're going to go out, as Wagner is saying, they're going to go out and edit that out, or and now you've had you've had your 6, boom. Well, hey Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, the people you were picked up and put down. Yeah, nerds. Yeah, we got picked on all the time for liking Star Wars and Star Trek in school. Yeah. So we got picked on a lot.
Hungry Boy makes a good point about that. Russell T. Davies is a bully, for one thing. Russell T. Davies is a bully.
Yeah. Saying the message, you can't write villains in your own way anymore. Yeah, and then what happens? So you can only have villains who are able-bodied then now? I mean, you can't have...
they got to be all able-bodied, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, and as we've been talking about, I think most of the portrayals of people in wheelchairs, we came up with more heroes, I mean, than villains. Maybe, my Garbaggio memory sometimes, but it's Wes Cagel's here. Great to see you, Wes Cagel. But it's it's just a sad thing. And let me load the clip so I'll play one clip. Hopefully I won't get in troubles. Let's see. Oh, I think I got to delete one of the clips here. Let's see let me get rid of take this War Games one out. I'll keep that in the gaming one. But I just had clip a few seconds just so you can hear the clip, so it sounds flows better. But let's see. Let me upload this. That's why the show was late, because I was making some clips. Yep. But let's see, Doctor Who. But it's just infuriating, and it's just that's how we see things now. And I know culture changes, and there's certain things that were acceptable now that aren't anymore, and you wouldn't show, obviously, but here's the clip here.
This is how we see Davros now. This is what he looks like. This is 2023. This is our lens. This is our eye. Things used to be in black and white. They're not in black and white anymore.
Yeah, they're not in black and white anymore. So this is our lens. This is how we see things. So, I mean, is that true? Yeah, I guess it's true, right? But does that mean you wreck all of Doctor Who's history? You wreck a great character for something that's not, that I don't consider anywhere offensive? I'm guessing most people in the chat don't. Maybe there's some people that do, but it's find a problem where there was none. And I was shocked when I saw that. It was at Comic-Con or at Terrificon, and there's a brilliant Davros cosplay. I mean, and the guy had worked for hours and hours, God knows how many hours, and he had a dialect there, and then he did the Davros cosplay. Let me see if I can call it up. But I can only imagine what they think, as a fan that's been doing this cosplay for years, or worked on all these they had the dialect would work, and there was someone in there that would work and work the controls and drive it around, and I've got some shorts on my channel on it. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna scroll down. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Let me make this full screen. I'll pull this here. But here's a Dialect, and there's the Davros cosplay.
That's offensive.
So I guess the dialects are okay, but let me go back. And I think I had a video of them walking. Yeah, here's Geoff, and there's the Davros cosplay. And these units both are cosplay. They both walked around, were functioning. Yep. So, and there's your favorite Superman 3 shirt there. So
That's cool. That's nice. That's an all over shirt. Cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. So now you can't have that cosplay. I mean, I never ever thought, and I guess I don't. I'm gonna put a poll up here. Let's see here. Let's do a poll. Yep. Did you find the portrayal of Davros in a wheelchair offensive? Oh, I spelled Davros wrong. Davros. I can't spell. All right, there we go. And yeah, normally this is getting a little bit, more political than I like, but I think it's more of a talk about culture, and it's part of it's what happens, right? When this happens. Courtney said you went to her first con a couple weeks ago. It was really tiny. The only real cosplay I saw were a bunch of younger males dressed as Sailor Moon. Interesting. Well, I'm sure they look great, but yeah, the Courtney had posted a picture of the Enterprise bridge, the model, which is really cool. Yep. So
it was back in around 2022. He's was it? I think it's Instagram or is it Twitter? One of them. I think it's Twitter. It was on Twit, where Russell T Davies sometimes responds to fans.
Mm-hmm.
And a fan of his got blocked, and he was one. So he had another account. He asked me, he says, why did you block me on my main account? He says, Russell, I love Doctor Who, and you as a showrunner, why did you block me on my main account? Guess what the answer was?
What?
Because you're a Republican C-word. It was a kid, young guy.
And how do he know he was that? Oh, because his profile he put in something about what he liked.
I guess.
So he had the time to figure out.
He got blocked. I don't know, unless it's a blockchain or something.
Yeah. I mean, you should never ever block a fan unless he does something offensive. Yeah, if a fan, says something really out of line or personally insulting.
He's trash.
Okay.
He's trash. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But when you do that like just because of political affiliation, you're actually showing, you're doing the opposite of what you're preaching by being, saying you're going to be tolerant. But yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, this is such a cool dialect here. So you've got Sylvester McCoy, Peter Davidson. I'm not sure what that signature is. I have a video up on it with showing all the signatures. That's me with going to the phone booth with Jeff. It was bigger on the inside, or Geoff, I should say. Yep, exterminate. This cosplay was just so damn good.
That's true, West.
That was the first campaign.
Well, this is just, where's the Davros one again, or do you get more pictures of the Davros one, or
yeah.
Did you Did you talk to the guy who made the Davros one and ask him why he hates disabled people?
Yeah, I didn't get that chance yet. Yeah, did not get that chance yet. So yeah, so this is a pretty damn good cosplay, I have to say. I think I have the volume turned off here. Do I? Let's see. Let me share it so you can hear the. Oh, let's see if it plays. Yeah. Let me stop sharing and reshare.
Brian, I don't think the Terry Nation state. I mean, a state does have a say in this. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Oh man, is it a puppet, right? This is a puppet, or is it a person?
No, it's a person. Yeah, here we go. Let's blow this out.
Exterminate. You tell, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He plays Dutch.
Yeah, he says. Yeah, I said exterminate. He's like, no, I don't say that to dialects. Yeah,
What a hateful!
You're right.
What a hateful bigot!
Yeah.
Look at the hatred
That's
there for disabled people. It's amazing.
It was fantastic cosplay. Just really, really well done. But no, I mean, that's where I had no. Yeah, I guess the poll was 100%, 13 votes, 0-1. Maybe you do, right? But it's just.
Does that thing move?
Yeah, it moves. It's motorized. It's amazing.
Wow.
And I think I have the. There's another clip.
There's your Galactus.
Yep, there's Galactus. Yep, $600, I think. Yep. Yeah, won't let the wife see that. I'm trying to. I think I have a clip of him rolling down the as they're coming towards me. And Paul Kupperberg. I got to send him that picture, and it's. He's a fun guy. Yep, great comic critic Ron Wilson. I mean, we've looked at all these people. Ron Garney. Let's see. Where was the? I'm trying to go through fast so I can catch the. The clip with there's me with the Flash. Jeffrey Combs.
Oh wow! Yep, that's right. This was Terrificon, you think? Yeah.
Terrificon was awesome. Yep. Terrific was terrific. Yep. I think in some ways it was better than New York Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
I got to get that for Christmas. I've already told everyone in my family.
Even I have that. I got that.
You got that?
Yeah, Chloe gave it to me for my birthday last year when it came out. And the Superman.
This is looking good too. I like that. I know you don't like the movie, but
what movie?
Models.
I don't like that movie, but that's
Flash.
Yeah. Now that Batmobile.
It's nice. Cool. Yeah, $125. Yep. How much is? I think it was $40. Oh, not bad.
Did you ever get that Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four outfit?
No, I never did. But every time I see it, oh, this Vader is not broken. Oh, we got a super chat here.
You do.
RTD, sheer effing hubris. Doctor Who should be about telling great stories and characters, not what RTD is comfortable with or he wants us to think. So thank you, RRTNZ, for New Zealand 5 Smack
Thank
Rolls.
you.
Let's play.
Yes. RR.
Let's play.
Who is it? Who is it?
Brain.
Thank you very much, RTNZ.
So did you have a birthday, Stephen M? Is that what you're telling us? Thank you. If you did, happy birthday.
Yeah, did I miss that in the chat?
Well, he says it's the perfect no, I'm glad I caught this live stream. Mark Klobby, it's the perfect way to wrap up my latest trip around the sun. So that's what I want.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for this fascinating topic of discussion, gentlemen. Thank you. Gentlemen, who came in?
Yeah, who came in? Yeah. I'm trying to see, find the clip here, but I think it was. I do have a YouTube. I think do I have a YouTube video of that? Let me see. It'd probably be easier for me to find the YouTube video versus finding it in all my pictures. Yeah. But let's go back out of full. Go back out. Exit. I think that was that cool thing figure. Yep, I think it's coming up here. Funny how you can remember where you were at the con. Yeah, these were these great cosplayers. So look at some good stuff, and then we're going to segue into talking about the Fantastic Four. It's a pretty good looking Reed Richards there too, I think.
Looks more like Reed than somebody else. Will probably. I like Sue.
Yeah, well, issues at NYCC as well. Yep, yep.
Really, as what cosplayer? Same. The same character.
Oh yeah, there was Fanty. Yeah, there was another person. Yep, I saw that. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Was it after the? I know this is maybe boring for people, but sorry, I missed it. But here, actually, let me. If I close this out, I can find it on my YouTube video. But well, anyway, just it's the darn dialect works. It's amazing how it works. But let me see if I can find it on my channel. Let's see here. Your channel. Be fun to show. Yep. Let's see if we got that. Yep. Oh, I did across all of YouTube, not on my channel. Yeah. View your channel. Yep. Let's see. Dialect. Oh, clobbering times. Oh, testing. Anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Did I lose you? Oh, did I lose you for a second or?
No, I had to mute for a second.
Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. It is. That's okay. Yep.
Sorry.
All good. Yep. Just want to make sure I didn't lose the.
Mm-mm.
You know, I clicked. I want to make sure I didn't click something and end the stream by accident. That's a nightmare you could have too. Like click.
Oh
end
yeah.
stream.
I've done that.
Click end stream. Yeah. We don't want the stream to end. The stream should keep going. Yep. Let's see here. So let me go to my channel. All right. Oh, here we go. I got it. Yep. Let me show this. Yep. Thank you for everyone for your patience. But here's the yeah, I guess I'll turn the sound off just so I don't get in trouble. But yeah. Well, that's pretty short. Yeah, I think I can play that. That's short enough. Yep. Here we go. But that's the that's the dialect
Yeah.
was so pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Yep. So pretty well
Very, very
done
cool indeed.
there. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a shame. Oh, Courtney's listening but away from keyboard. Got to drive now. Yeah, just drive and
Okay. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Courtney.
Yeah. But so we got 14 votes so far. But yeah, it was just infuriating to me that would be considered offensive or a trope. Just really got me angered. Almost didn't want to watch. I'll watch the Tenet specials, and I guess you want to give it a chance, but I can understand why people don't want to watch it or teed off. Or I can imagine if you're a huge Davros fan, I can only imagine what the Scottish Davros how a fan like that feels. Where they're not changing the character, saying the character doesn't exist like that anymore. They're not even finding a way, like in Star Trek TNG, Geordi. LeVar Burton was sick of wearing the visor, but Roddenberry wanted him to wear it to show that there are people with disabilities even in the future, and they've got to be accepted, but they can be really contribute to society and to work. So that's why he didn't want him to take the visor off. Although I can imagine, yes, it probably was a pain in the ass to wear that GD visor all the time and not being able to use your eyes to emote. So in later Star Trek, obviously, then they found a way to take the visor off, and so they came up with new cybernetic implants, and
For his eyes,
they
yeah.
explained it. Yeah, and they explained it away, but they didn't say, "Well, Geordi never wore a visor. You didn't use a visor. The visor's offensive."
No.
So I mean, that's if you wanted, I don't think it. Obviously, you guys have been listening. We don't think that's necessary or should have been done, but if you were going to do it, at least go that route where you maybe change the character if that's the way you truly feel, so that explain how he gets out of the wheelchair. He clones, makes a clone of himself or does something, or so now they're basically saying you can't have any villains with disabilities, but that means that you can only have able-bodied people as villains. But isn't that stereotyping too then? I mean, you can't have it both ways. I mean, you got to judge people by what they do, not by the way they look. I mean, look at Christopher Reeve. We loved him as Superman, and tragically ended up in a wheelchair, and that eventually led to his death because of the complications of his injuries. But does that mean that Christopher Reeve, we thought less of him because he was in a wheelchair? No, I mean, everyone idolized the guy probably even more because of his courage for being in a wheelchair, and how he was able to carry himself. And then he was actually he appeared in the episode of Smallville, and how fantastic was that when he was had that scene with Tom Welling as Clark Kent, which is great stuff. I mean, just really, really, really well done. So, and everyone clobber that like button. Yep, if you don't mind. Yep. Yeah, but that's typically I try to stray away from getting too political or too into the weeds with that stuff. But it was something that it got me upset. So, and you guys know me pretty well from listening to all these episodes, and a lot of things I think you should just let go and ignore. And all right, well, they want to do their stuff. I've still got the old stuff. I'm not going to let it bother me. But this really teed me off big time, and it just got me angry. I mean, it got me angry seeing.
Me too.
Seeing that, and how they're assuming, you're assuming how people think because of what they're seeing and how they would judge something. I mean, you never know what people have in their background or their history or how they think. You have no idea. I mean, what people are, because you should never judge. The whole cliche: never judge a book by its cover. But so that is true. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a villain who's in a mobility suit or in a life support suit. So that's a real. Even I thought of my grandfather too. I mean, did I ever think that I viewed my grandfather as potentially evil because he because he was handicapped. And actually, well, it's not getting too pro, but his pinky finger on his left hand was always bent partially up because they took a tendon out because he lost the tendon in his right index finger. And his pinky, kind of like Dr. Evil. So his pinky finger was always like Dr. Evil, like that. So, was I offended when Dr. Evil came out, was doing that? No, of
course.
I wasn't. But my grandfather, and as a little kid, I'm like, Grandpa, why can't you bend your face? He's like, it's just, that's the way it is, Mark. It's broken, and the doctors couldn't fix it. He was trying to explain to me. He's like, but why can't you? He's like this? I can't, But RRTNZ again with another super chat. So nice. Thank you so much.
Cool.
I want to see an MCU travel show where Galactus visits a new planet each week, learns to appreciate his culture and biodiversity, and then he eats it.
Me too. I'll watch it. I'd buy that for $1.
All right, we got to play something good for that one. Let's see what we got here. Let's go into our movie vault here. Yeah, maybe Galactus will catch a break someday.
When are we ever going to catch a break?
I apologize to the ladies in the audience, but you ladies in the audience didn't find that offensive, did you? No, you didn't. I'm sure, right? I mean, yeah, that scene would be maybe considered super offensive now, right? I mean, you can't have ladies like that, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's just yeah, the way things have changed in society. Yeah, things, you're not gonna maybe show certain things again, but you just can't erase history. Alex says, "Play it again." Okay, we got a request. Play it again. Yep. That's from the great movie Dumb and Dumber, which made fun of dumb people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now I gotta find it again. Yep.
When are we ever going to catch a break?
Nice set of hooters you got there.
Now I'm really canceled. He's talking about the owl there. He's talking about the owl. Yep.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, so I don't disagree with Russell Davies too on, yeah, things change, things aren't acceptable, but like, Bugs Bunny with Elmer Fudd, they won't let him have a shotgun anymore, so they give him a really big knife. It's like, so and of course he never got the rabbit, right? I mean, so yeah, it's just ridiculous modern culture. I don't like the way the culture's going in a lot of ways these days. It's
there's an understatement.
Yeah.
Joe Dog.
Davros looks like he's part Dalek, so it fits his character. Also, by removing the chair to erases the presence of disabled from the world, just as Roddenberry points out. Yeah, thank you for that comment. Yep. Sorry if there's a lot of great comments here. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of them.
Joe Dog's here. Hey, Joe Dog.
Oh, yeah, let me catch up here. Yep. Yeah, Dave, we landed on the moon. Yeah, I have that quote too. Yep. And hail to Joe Dog. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, double echo. Oh, you know why? Because I had the I apologize. I had the because I was double sharing. When you do the double share with the audio, then you mess up. So I apologize, but hopefully you got double the Doublemint twins there, as they say. Yep. Let's see here. Let me turn that off. Yep. So I think we double. We got Larry.
Go.
Yeah, society used to be sane. Yeah, yeah. So it's a mad world out there. Yep. Well, let me play that when we land on the moon. Now that I've muted here, let's play that for Dave. We landed on the moon. Yep. Let's see here.
Hey. That's great.
We landed on the moon!
I love that quote. Yeah. We landed on the moon.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
That was an accidental click, but there we go. That was a good one too. Yeah. Unless you clipped that one. Yep.
I did not. I didn't know it was there.
Yep. Oh, we did find someone who thought the portrayal of Davros in a wheelchair was offensive. So thank you for letting us know.
Somebody did that to be funny.
Well, or maybe they believe it.
Not one person in this chat thought it was offensive. I look. I want to know who you are. Out yourself. Because they did it, someone thought it would be funny. They're the trolling or they're lurking. Nobody that we know who hangs out with us thought it was offensive. Davros was offensive. That's what, like I think someone mentioned earlier, is what's surprising about any of this. That's totally any other thing. All the usual stuff, I'd have been like, nah, that figures. This one, Davros of all things. If you just said, guess what? Russell T. Davies, the moron jackass, is going to find something to complain about that's problematic about an old Doctor Who villain or classic Doctor Who villain.
Yeah.
You get 5 guesses. I'd missed it. I would not have picked. I don't know if I would pick Davros in the top 10. It's like, what does he have? It's no.
Yeah.
So again, your question was, what the question was? Do you find the portrayal of Davros in a wheelchair which isn't really what you offensive. Okay, not whether you think it's cool or whether you think it's dumb or whether you think they should change it. Not even you didn't even word it like should they change it to fit the time. You said, do you find it offensive? That's what you put.
We found the culprit.
Who?
Hungry boy. He didn't have his glasses on.
I knew it. Well, there you go.
No.
Yeah. Nobody. I'd be embarrassed to know you if you're offended by that. And I don't care if you're a friend of mine or you can be my best friend, my mother, my grandmother. If I have any, and if you found that offensive, I disown you. That's how stupid this is. Again, and by the way, I joke because I wouldn't disagreements on no matter what. Usually, whether we disagree and have heated disagreements are one thing, but if you're that nuts, I can't be on the same planet with you.
Well, you were stuck on the same planet with Mr. Davies.
That's why it aggravates me so much. I'm like, dude, are you serious? This could have been a joke. Go ahead.
Wes Cagel's got a good comment, but I'm not going to put that up. But I was laughing at that one, Wes Cagel. Hungry confessed, yep. We choose to go to the moon and do other things, not because they're easy, but I'm not going to read the rest of it. But that was funny, yep.
Okay.
But
yeah, I see why. West, naughty.
Yeah, and there could be issues with the toy maker too.
Well, good Lord, I like Neil Patrick Harris,
great.
But he's probably anybody working with Davies. I'm suspect of he probably. Oh God, Lord. In other words, we'll probably know something about the sex life of the celestial toy maker that we never needed to know. The celestial toy maker appeared in a grand total of one Doctor Who story, if I remember right. Or was it two? The Time Meddler, there was a different character. He was the meddling monk. So as far as I remember, he was in one, and he was supposed to be in a sixth Doctor story, and they weren't able to make it.
Oh, Wes Cagel, don't be sorry I was laughing at it, but just because.
Oh, Wes, don't.
No, we're joking.
Man.
Yeah, no, joking, but it's I'm just not going to put it on the screen, but I was laughing at it.
Yeah, we're just ribbing you, buddy.
Yeah, it's just certain things you don't want to. It's all right. That's fine. I'm not monetized for advertisers anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, all good.
Don't sweat it, buddy.
And that's a good double entendre too. But
yes, it is. It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
In fact, I am going to call him Shirley T. Davies, Stephen.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah. But all right. Well, I think we've Davros that to death.
Yeah.
But it is it's sad that the Doctor Who is going that way, and they're not doing it in an intelligent manner. In my opinion, they didn't hire me as a writer, but I think even if you wanted to change the characters, the ways you could have done it. But I'll still watch the David Tennant special because I love David Tennant. And I guess I'll watch some. I mean, I made it through the Jodie ones, so I mean, I've made it through New Trek. So what could be worse? I mean, so we'll see. And the Jodie episodes in the end, they did get away from the political proselytizing on the episodes, but they were still just bad episodes and bad stories. But I think they did. Yeah, but I think they did hear the fans at the end, and
I just think he
did try to shift. But
he was all preached out, probably.
He preached out, but there was a definite change in tone, I noticed. But they were still garbage. Yeah. But, yeah. So the other big issue that's been the casting of the FF has made a lot of news. So has it been confirmed that the Mandalorian is going to be Mr. Fantastic?
No, I haven't seen any confirmations. The probably, I believe it. Enough people reported it was probably true, but also scheduling may have something to do with it. I mean, if they make him wait forever, he might have other stuff to do. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I don't know.
Because they're going to be they're not going to have a movie. Right. This, how long it's going to be before they even put this stupid movie in production?
4 or 5 years. So
it's years down the road. He might get tired, even if he's cast or whatever, or in line. Is he going to want to wait that long? I don't even know how old he is. How old is he?
I think he's 48, maybe. I'll look it up. Yeah, or someone in the chat will tell us it. 45, 48.
Is Pedro
Never say it can be worse. They will take that challenge. Yeah. Well, someone will let us know how old he is. But first of all, I want to say, do I think he looks like Mr. Fantastic, or would this have been casting I would have picked? No. I also didn't think that John, what's his name here? What I'm trying to blank on.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
I hate the beard on Reed Richards, no matter who's got it. It sucks.
And I don't think Krasinski looks like Mr. Fantastic either.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't like his casting.
He's a good actor, probably, but yeah, I mean, Krasinski, and so was Pedro.
I don't think it. Yeah, so if I'm just going on looks, do either of these guys think they're Mr. Fantastic? No, actually, Pedro maybe in some ways maybe could be made to look more like Mr. Fantastic.
Be made to look like him.
The beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but is he my first choice? Would I've said, oh, yeah, that's, as fans, we always look at stuff and say.
If he's 48, I think that'd be even too old even for Reed at this point, but,
Yeah, someone in the chat will let us know, but, yeah. Yeah, so it would be my first, stunt casting or fan casting. Would I have thought of it? Or maybe, pick an unknown actor, give someone a chance. But I mean, I think this is going to be, if you don't like this casting, really doesn't bother me that much. Or I shouldn't say bothered me, but it's just wouldn't have been my first choice. But I think the movie's going to end up being big time garbaggio, unfortunately. And this will be, if you don't like this casting, it'll be because he's a very good actor. He's got a great presence. And The Last of Us, I really liked him in The Last of Us. Does he look like Reed? No, to me, in terms of that look of Reed Richards, but could they change his hairstyle, give him some gray? I think he's got to get rid of the beard because he can't grow a decent beard, it looks like. So and some people just can't grow beards.
Reed don't need the beard anyway.
No, but that's the modern stuff. They gave Reed the beard, and when he was stuck in the other dimension for all those years, then he grew a beard, which kind of made made sense. But I think the movie's going to be. It's not going to be good, unfortunately, because Clobbering Times is not in charge of it.
As long as I'm not in charge, it's not a real FF movie anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Brian says, I don't know why they have to hire the same 7 or 8 actors. Yeah, and Oscar Isaac, who's a fantastic actor. As much as I despise the sequel, prequels, or whatever you want to sequels, he was always had a good presence and great line delivery. We'll talk about the Marvels soon in a few minutes, but Brie Larson's just terrible in the movie. She's cute. I mean, got a great figure, which they seem to highlight quite often in the movie, but it's she just can't pull that character off. Can she act, not act? I don't know. Maybe she's good in other stuff, but just not getting it done. Now, Matt Smith, this is a younger Matt Smith. Actually, I can picture him as Doc.
I could, because he's getting older. He's old enough now, probably, to do it.
He's old enough now, yeah.
Matt Smith looked pretty good. He does really look good.
And he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
He's great, too, yep. So I think he could have pulled it off.
That would have been good. I would like that casting, yeah.
And if you've seen him in the Game of Thrones prequel, no way. Not Adam Driver.
No.
Thank you for your service to our country, but just does not look like Reed Richards in any way, shape, or form. If I had to pick between Pedro Pascal or Adam Driver, just on looks, I would go with Pedro Pascal. I mean,
right. They're both good actors, but
yeah.
Matt Driver's a good actor, but and so is Pedro. Yeah. I got to be honest about my whole thing about the Pedro casting is I don't have much of an opinion on him in terms of let's see, Mandalorian. Other than he take his mask off like once or twice, right? So we hear him and he does a fine job, just literally phoning it in by doing or not so much phoning it in, but Sal
voice acting, yeah,
which is fine. The only other thing I've ever seen him in live action himself was a horrible movie that you can't blame him for, which was Wonder Woman 84. Now, other people, like our good friend Paulie out there, for example, has seen him in everything he's seen just about, and he says he's a great actor. And so I trust him. So he's, I don't think anyone questions his acting abilities. The thing is, I think what's caused a lot of stir, not so much that he couldn't play the part if they made him look like Reed. I think a lot of people the guy's been a jackass in public to a lot of people on social media. And a lot of people just don't have a great opinion of him because he's a jerk off as a person. Good actor. I don't think anyone has said this question his acting chops or anything like that. And as far as being cast in the role of Reed, I mean, if some people have any problems for, with regards to ethnicity, that's silly. That would be silly. I hope they don't. It's just that I think a lot of it is simply a lot of people have animosity for him being such a tool and acting like a jerk during the whole Gina Carano thing and other things like that. And basically, and you can't even, I don't even blame him for being in that terrible Wonder Woman 84. It's not his fault. I guess his performance is fine, but I'm not that familiar with him as an actor in terms of that. That's all I really know.
Yeah.
I just know he's a jerk. As a person, he's a tool. But that should never matter if he plays the role fine. I could watch it. So I don't know, but I think I would. I didn't even think about it till you just came up. Matt Smith would be a great casting for the Doctor. I mean, for Dr. Reed Richards.
Yeah. Oh, we got a request here from Hungry Boy.
Ew. Good night. Why would you quit? I'm out of here. I got to go. Everybody have a good night. Goodbye.
Oh no, Clyburn Times is gone. It wasn't the talk of Davros. Yep. See, I was helping you there, Hungry Boy. So now you won't think of Breeze Toes anymore. Yeah. Oh, he just left. I'll be back. I'm sure Clyburn Times will be back. Oh no, I did it. I crossed the bridge too far. Yep. All right. Everyone send Clyburn Times a message. He's got to come back. Oh, here he is. Yeah, thank God. I don't want to be solo here. Blackadder voice. Oh dear God. So I guess I shouldn't play that for super chats.
I mean, if you want to ask people never to give you another super chat,
Yeah.
I mean that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. They're actually better looking than Breeze. Face hugger feet. Oh God. Quagnar unsubscribed. Oh no.
I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna I'll turn the audio off and go to another and look at another screen. It's disgusting. It's the worst. I mean, ugh. And I'm glad you get enjoyment out of it. I can't even. I almost want to throw up.
I did a lot of work
so
making those
disgusting.
clips. I'm glad I missed that.
Some things aren't worse than comedy.
So yeah, I guess what's worse, that or the new Davros? Neelix's feet.
That nothing's worse than Neelix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no,
Actually,
I agree. Matt Smith would have been. I mean, I never even thought of it, but yeah, you look at him; he's perfect. He would be perfect for as Reed. I mean, he would have to be able to do a normal voice, but the thing, I mean, I don't know. Have we ever heard him play an American?
Yep.
Have we?
John Hamm would actually be. I don't know. Well, Last of Us. Yeah, he plays.
Ham's too pudgy these days. He's old.
Yeah, big and get into shape, but he's too old.
Yeah, Matt's already skinny enough. It's perfect, actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Matt would be good.
I mean,
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro's kind of chunky now, isn't he, or no?
Well, these guys can lose the weight pretty quick. Not me, but they're getting.
No, you're not getting paid bazillions.
Jackman.
You're not getting paid billions of dollars to do it, though. Millions of dollars.
Oh, he's 48 years old, so he's 48. Yep,
Who?
yep.
Pedro.
Pedro.
Okay,
yeah. And how old is John Hamm?
That's too old.
Yeah, 48 is freaking old. God no.
I'm just saying to play Reed Richards, it's probably a little old.
Well, you probably because you want an actor that can play him for 10 years too, right? Hamm is 52, only 4 years older. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Hamm has Ham's got the look.
Yeah, back then he did. Have you seen? I mean, I love that Fletch movie, but he did the Fletch movie, so he didn't look too. He didn't look too superheroish.
Yeah. So, but yeah, could Pedro be good as Mr. Fantastic? Yeah, he could be. Oh, as I always say, yeah.
It could be.
Judge him when I see him. But wouldn't have been my first choice. I can't even tell you who. I guess John Hamm, but based on looks, would have been.
I mean, could he play an egghead who could speak some $50 words the way as the thing always accuses him of? Obviously there's gonna be a lot of special effects involved. But.
Yeah. And there's the Alex Ross version of Reed Richards.
Yep, with the proper costume.
Yep. He's the scientist who's in the best shape in the world, right?
Yeah.
Of course, he can change his body at will. So yeah, but he's that's what it's the other thing we always joke about. Women are always drawn so in a voluptuous way or sexy way. It's like, have you noticed the way the guys are drawn? Where's a fat superhero that I can identify with other than the Blob?
I don't know any of these actors.
Matt Lucas could do a great Mole Man. Oh, John Hamm. They're born on exactly the same day, although I was born in the UK and I'm a few hours older. Yeah. So see, all right, that's not old then.
Wait a minute. You better make sure that the Mole Man is not blind and disabled.
Yep. Well, that could be a problem too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we want him to be perfect, a big, perfect, able-bodied person who's not blind and short and stubby with a messed up face that everyone, scorned him for. Basically, everything that makes him the Mole Man. No, you can't have that.
Well, is Alicia Masters still going to be blind? She's a heroine, so that's okay.
A heroine, so yeah, she's not being portrayed as evil.
That's okay.
Or anything.
Yeah,
so I guess.
Well, of course, but her father's could be problematic.
Puppet Master. Yep.
So Puppet Master it could be the evil ventriloquist trope. We might not be able to use that. But yeah, well, Judgment will, if they pick him, do I this is gonna be great. Of course, I thought Brie Larson would be great as Captain Marvel when they
picked her.
Oh, she won an Academy Award. No, I heard she's Academy Award winning actress. Fantastic actress. Look, she's cute. So I said, oh, that's going to be good casting. I thought it would be great when Disney bought Star Wars. Don't listen to my predictions. I mean, I thought, we're going to get some new Star Wars movies. That's great. That's awesome. Then look what happened. So we had that phenomenal run of Marvel, movies. So I like Endgame. I know you don't. I got problems with Endgame. That was
I both love and hate it at the same time. It's weird.
But
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, it was one of the greatest all-time movie runs in history. I mean, maybe James Bond could compare it to in terms of success, in terms of a long-term success. But
right. But this is the longest run. Yeah, I mean,
so
that's over now. That's
yeah.
true. Puppet Master would hurt the fifis of bald people, I guess.
Yeah. And sculptors, yeah.
Well, they already had bad guy bald people and a lot of bad guy good people. I mean, good guy bald people as well. I mean,
yeah. Oh, what's his? He would make a good read too. What's his name? What's that actor's name? I'm forgetting.
Not Zachary Quinto.
No, like on the right. What's his name? He looks like a read. Well, Eddie Redmayne, no.
No.
Oscar Isaac.
Could
he do him? Yes, but no. But
as Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he could. He could, I guess. Yeah.
Well, he's a good actor, so yeah. He could.
Well, yeah, no.
Sorry,
Nobody. Nope. Zachary. No ho.
No. Ewan McGregor. Yeah, I could see Ewan McGregor.
Maybe now he's getting old enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to be at least 40. Brandon Routh actually would look like a great Mr. Because he's older now.
He's getting up there now.
And he's in great shape. Yeah, Brandon Routh could.
With that picture, somebody put his face on a better.
That's from Crisis on Infinite Earths.
They put a better costume on him.
Yeah, no, that's from the episode. Yep.
Is that what it is?
Hey, Real Wade Nation. Yep.
Real Wade.
Can you guess what Stogberg movie it was? 10-10. Oh, the new Hunger Games movie. I'm guessing. Yep. Yeah. So I don't think he's got the personality to do Reed Richards, but maybe he could. Adrian Brody, no, I wouldn't vote for him. David Tennant's too skinny. I guess I'd rather see Matt Smith, but I guess David Tennant could.
I'll take Matt over David, but I don't know David. I mean,
he could do it. I think he's skinny enough to stretch.
He could probably do it.
Jason Sudeikis, I think he actually looks very Reed Richardy. He's a comedic actor.
I think you kind of need a pencil neck geek.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a guy that's bulked up, though. I'm sure. Adam Driver, no. No offense, Adam.
No way.
John Krasinski. And I don't like, number one, I don't like Krasinski as Reed Richards. That's that fan picture. I mean, he's good in Jack Ryan. I just don't think he works. And of course, they don't even have Pedro Pascal in this list. And this is an older article. When was this article?
I think I think Krasinski could do it, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really big on him one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, Brody wouldn't work. Yeah. I don't think. Yep. Steven thinks you could see Brandon Routh. Yep. Oh, David Tennant would make a better Doom than Reed. Yep. Jessica. Yeah, he was a great villain, a great purple man who was never purple. But yeah, and this is an article from 2003, so you can see they're not even considering Pedro Pascal. But of course, he's become much more prominent.
Article for when?
2020 was that article we were looking at.
Okay.
Yep. So,
yeah. He was the purple man who only wore purple.
Yeah, so I'm betting Pedro would be one of several negative. The FF movie, woke Hollywood is incapable of making a good superhero movie these days. Yeah. Well, let's look at the Marvel's box office. That's a good segue. But yeah, I don't mind. Pedro was Mr. Fantastic, but does it excite me? It doesn't excite me either. But then again, I'm not excited about
It's the rest of the casting I'm worried about.
Yeah,
Pedro's probably going to be the best of the casting in this movie.
Yeah. Let's see the Marvel's box office. Let's check that out. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see. Let me pull this over here. Let's see. The Marvel's bad box office. Let's see what she says. Now, I do like this actress. I really do think the Marvels lost something when they were unable to send Iman Vellani on a press tour ahead of the film. No, that's one of the things that everyone's saying is that the actors, because of the strike, couldn't promote the movie. I think she's charming as Ms. Marvel.
Wouldn't matter.
I don't think it would have mattered. Would have made a bit of difference,
No.
but I think she's the best thing in the movie.
Yeah,
she loves playing the character. She grew up loving the character. I mean, I only bought a few issues of the series and dropped out, and that series kept getting rebooted. But she likes it, So you can see that she really gives 110% when she acts. I mean, I think that Ms. Marvel miniseries, it's not a high bar, but I'd probably rather watch that and watch most of those other Marvel series again. It's silly in some places, but it's a teenage coming of age. It's a redo of Spider-Man, but it's it's for younger kids. But that's fine. It's for younger kids. Box office has nothing to do with me. I'm happy with the finished product, and people that I care about enjoyed the film. Generally, a good time watching the movie. That's
if you didn't enjoy it, I don't care about you.
Yeah. Superheroes, it takes place in space. It's not that deep. It's about teamwork and sisterhood. It's a fun movie. I'm just so happy that I can share it with people. Well, I'd agree with that. It's not too deep. Yeah, there's not, they're not saving the universe in it. They're not, you don't have to have that in every superhero movie. I agree. Yeah, and we do want to. So that quote, yeah, I agree with it. The only problem with it is the enjoyable part. I mean, it's just, most people are
only people she cared about enjoyed it. Well, those people that she really cares about, are they going to tell her if they didn't enjoy? Oh no, it's great, yeah. We loved it.
Well, you could be nice to the actress.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. I wouldn't be in that position. I'm saying, here's the thing. I saw someone. I'm not going to mention her name. A YouTuber that is very, very big time, way more size out my channel will ever be, and one of the big ones. He took that first quote. Go to that first quote where she, first one up there. I
want to stay in this picture of Brie, but anyway, yeah, go.
No, well, when she, what I'm saying, what she says about that right there, and just happy that one, and then he said because of that, he said, "Wow, someone." And he was kind of giving her credit. He showed that quote. And he said, "Wow, it's very diplomatic. I wish all the other people could be connected to this movie could be so mature." But he forgot to read the rest of the article, I guess, because she still blames fans. and talks about
Oh, man.
fans.
In the end, yeah, okay.
She's not as harsh as like Bree or the idiot director of this movie, who's a real moron. But she still says which fans, wants fans, without being like a really over the top, just talking about fans should improve. Fans are too harsh. She says stuff later about fans. So she still blames fans. He goes after fans, just in a nicer way. So you know what? I'm not giving her any. I'm not giving her any points for this.
Well, I think that if I was in a movie, no one's gonna go see me in a movie, but I would play Ben Grimm, but no, just kidding. Because so I can be all CGI, right? I want to see me on the screen, but I guess it's got to be. And she's 21, so I'll give her that. But it's got to be tough to be in a movie, and then it pans at the box office, and you're picked as Ms. Marvel. You do the miniseries. It's got to be kind of ego bruising in a way. I'm sure. Hey,
I get that.
Yeah, and I hear you there too. Yeah.
I'm mainly talking about this guy again, who's a really smart guy that I like a lot.
He missed the
rest of it because he was saying she's so wonderful and diplomatic because she's soft-pedaled it. And still, at the end of her first quote, she said, "Well, people who care about me enjoyed it," saying basically, you're not, or no, I think people I care about enjoyed it. She said, "So you don't enjoy it, I don't give a crap about you." I was like, No, there was nothing all that great about what she said. It was just not as rotten as the way Bree or not even, I don't know if she said anything recently.
Well, the director was really,
but the director's totally terrible. She's a complete and utter idiot. And she also, when she talked, she's like 36 or something, I think, or 34. She talked about how she grew up with the character, the Kamala Khan character. I'm like, well, she's only been around since like what, 2014?
Well, yeah, but she did grow up with her because she's 21, right? So
no, not her.
Oh, the other
director.
The director. Yeah.
She just tried to act like she's such this big fan. Like, you don't know comics.
Well, the book kept getting canceled for a reason.
Yeah. Show us your long boxes.
Most comic books aren't doing that well these days either, which is a shame. You'd think they should be selling a ton. I keep saying that over and over. Why don't they sell a ton of Avengers or, Iron Man or Thor? I mean, it's a real missed opportunity, unfortunately. And then when you went to buy the comic, it was nothing like what was in the movie because they had already swapped out all the characters to the characters we're getting now that aren't doing well. It's like surprise. I mean, they flipped all these characters and didn't do great adaptations and that person's 21. Yeah, they actually downplay. They make her look a lot younger too. I'll just leave it at that. Where Bree, where you can see Bree in this picture, my buddy in the movie said, "How come she's always in her T-shirt like that?" Yes. So let's continue with the article. She goes on to say she experienced negative sentiment about Marvel even before she joined the MCU. Back in high school, when she's really into Marvel, was apparently shunned a bit for that. Okay, well, been there, done that. I can show you the scars. Yeah, in terms of being a geek or a fan. Yep. She said it still makes her sad when fans are so harsh and don't let people be excited about films. No one should be a wet blanket over someone else's excitement. Well, all right. I mean, yeah, I know we always say here, like, yeah, if you like something or don't like it, yeah, you don't want to, if someone likes something, you shouldn't make fun of them for, I guess that's what she's saying. Don't make fun of someone for liking something. I guess she's tying it into geek culture. Maybe is that the point she's trying to make?
She said something about fans should improve. In other words, be nice
later on, right?
So how about, I know Disney, the ones making it's not on fans. The onus is on the idiots making the stuff and to not only improve their content, but to stop attacking fans and blaming fans for everything.
Yeah. So it goes both ways. Yeah. So no one should be a wet blanket. You should be able to be critical about a movie and say where you don't like it. But I can see where, if I, say I love Shang-Chi, you might say, "Oh, Mark, you're an idiot," because we know each other so well. But all right, if you like it, so what? Go ahead.
Damn it, Mark, you like that crap? You suck.
Yeah, you suck. Yeah. So I guess that's in a way, but I guess it doesn't mean you can't criticize something or have a legitimate. Yeah, this is why I don't like the movie. I mean, you can't.
Right.
You can't, so there's ways you can do it. There's ways you can do it to be nice.
Friends, friends, bust each other's balls about it because they're friends. They joke around, but they know they're not serious. But when in a serious conversation, you should be able to criticize anything that you have an honest criticism of. Not only that, it's free speech. So even if you have a dumb criticism, you should still be able to say that. And the people who make the movies shouldn't attack those, the people who actually did. Now, if you stole it or something, but people who actually went and paid money to go watch their movies should be able to say whatever they want about them. They forked over the cash. They went and sat at their theater and gave it a shot, and they didn't like it. Hey, tough titty.
Yeah. So it
Hollywood.
says, article, regardless of the Marvel's performance, it's likely Villani will continue to appear in multiple places in the MCU. There may end up being a second season of Ms. Marvel now that the Marvels is wrapped. Something Villani says she's lobbying Marvel and her good friend Kevin Feige for. There's a tease that she's going to lead the Young Avengers, spoilers, recruiting Kate Bishop in the finale of the film. Okay, we did see that. It does seem possible, if not likely, she may show up in the proper Avengers movies coming down the line in a few years, even if she's just in a small supporting role. As we recall, Infinity War and Endgame pulled really every available Marvel hero in for that fight. I cannot speak highly enough of Villani, who I always say is the best cast MCU hero since Tony Stark. I hope to see a lot more of her, and I do think Marvel knows she's a star, regardless of how the Marvels itself has performed. Well, like Chris Evans might say, Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth were maybe better, but no, I think she's charming and she's nice. But yeah, and I did see that quote clobbering times where you talked about how she was, turning it back to fans a little bit. But
yeah.
I'm gonna, give her a little bit of leeway being such a youngin', but you're not
21 years old. She's been indoctrinated into this crap.
Yeah,
I don't hate her or anything, and I think she was. She gave us an honest performance in the film where I understand, and she gave the only energetic performance that could be respected in the movie, in my opinion. So I have nothing against her, but she's going to get what's she going to be like? Is she going to be another Rachel Zegler in a couple of years? What's she going to be like if she doesn't learn right now how she's in the wrong crowd there, Disney.
Yeah, I don't want to focus on something that's not in my control because what's the point? But I said that's for Bob Iger. Well, that's true, right? Yeah, he's the boss of Disney, right? So
well, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the box office has nothing to, yeah. I mean, well, it does have something to do with you in terms of your performance, but everyone's saying she's probably the best thing about the movie. So, yeah, and I didn't know all these are. I guess because she just landed with these quotes, so I guess that's why she's coming up. But in these, here's another article, IndieWire. But I mean, the movie tanked. I mean, do I want Marvel movies not to do well? No, I want kick-ass Marvel movies that everyone wants to see. I mean, God, some of those nights in those movie theaters, especially, I would always go opening night. Those were some of the best best nights ever. I mean, just hanging out and people cheering and going crazy, especially Infinity War. My God, the theater was going nuts. And when Thor in the end comes back with Stormbringer, those are some fantastic movie and events. Everyone knew about it. I mean, my wife wanted to go see them. My kids who don't like comic books wanted to see them. I mean, everyone was going to see those movies. So yeah, do I want this movie to do poorly? No, I want to, we're going to go with, it's a double date with my wife and my buddy, but then my wife got sick, so she was spared from seeing it, but I wonder what she would have thought. Actually, I wish she had seen it because then I could have asked her what she, as a total normie, other than putting up with me. So that's not normal, but what she would have thought of this movie. So yeah, I mean, it just was not a good movie. As you went through your list, and I agree. Yeah, it's not the worst Marvel movie. It's much more watchable than Eternals. That's a pretty low bar. A lot of the movie didn't make sense, and we're not going to go through our whole review again. But yes, but the box office, it's no doubt it tanks. So you blame it on superhero fatigue, if this movie had come out in place of the first Captain Marvel at the same time and place, it would have made $1 billion. But I think any movie that came out after that sequence of Marvel films would have made $1 billion. I mean, it was people were watching everything, going everywhere. There was a massive amount of excitement, and I think just since Spider-Man: No Way Home, I don't think there's no interest there. There's no wow, quote unquote the normies, talking about going to see the Marvels or any of these new Marvel films. I mean, the heroes are not well known, well loved heroes, unfortunately. I mean, she's a bit, Captain Marvel's a bit player in those movies, and there's just not enough there to draw people in for the box office. I mean, Captain America, I don't. What a stupid idea it was to get rid of Captain America. Send him back in time and age him. Recast him. I mean, Chris Evans, fantastic as Captain America, but you can't be Cap forever. You don't have super soldier serum in your blood, so you're eventually going to age out. You got to recast like they do with James Bond. So, but instead they've gotten rid of Iron Man and they've gotten rid of Captain America. The Hulk is, really not the Hulk anymore. You've got the Smart Hulk, which I don't like. And who's the big draw in the Marvel universe now? I mean, who's left that Thor, Love and Blunder, what a horrendous movie by Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Went way overboard with the jokes. So now Thor is on the ropes. He was the last big character. You've replaced Captain America, and I read and I love the Falcon character. I bought all those comics with him as Captain America. It never worked. The comic books never worked. He's just not Captain America. I mean, yeah, he can try to take up that mantle and temporarily take it, but you just can't replace certain characters. And Bucky, the Winter Soldier is a great character, but is he a draw for people to go see a movie? No, I mean, I don't think so. So yeah, they're in big trouble. So I think the only movie coming out next year is Deadpool. That's the only they pushed everything back. So I think this article has it. And then normally we don't do all this, Disney's analysis. There's a lot better channels out there that do it, but I thought it was interesting to talk about it. But yeah, after the Marvel's bombs at the box office, what's next for the MCU? Because as a huge comic book fan, I want to have really good comic book movies again. And this is Camilla Khan's room. This is cute. Yeah, the fan stuff. But that was one thing I pointed out. Like, how would she even know who Captain Marvel is? I mean, she's barely in anything, in Infinity War. How would you know about her? So yeah. So
good point.
So let's see. For 15 years, Marvel MCU has delivered an unprecedented string of blockbusters, 32 in a row, to cement its place as a gold standard for franchise fare. Not all the comic book movies are created equal. The Incredible Hulk and Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, we're looking at you. I think. Well, they're talking the Ed Norton one, or the
I like that one,
or the Ang Lee. I like the Ed Norton one. Quantumania.
It didn't make much money though.
No, yeah. But no other Hollywood properties come close to its level of consistency. Even the less embraced installments became box office winners, enabling the company's movies to earn a combined $30 billion globally. Yeah, so even like the first Ant-Man movie, did it make a ton? But people, really liked it. Yep. Any industry-wide fears of superhero fatigue could be quashed and quelled each time a new MCU adventure graced the big screen. So it's been unsettling to find out the Avengers are earthbound after all. The Marvels, the 33rd installment in the MCU, the sequel to $29 billion behemoth Captain Marvel, cratered with $47 million in North America and $63 million internationally, the lowest opening weekend in the franchise history. Before this weekend, the worst debut belonged to 2008's The Incredible Hulk, $55 million, but that's comparing apples to oranges because that was the start of the MCU. That was the first. I guess that's considered the first movie in the MCU.
Which one?
The Incredible Hulk is considered canon to the MCU.
It is. Yeah, it was after.
Yeah, right.
Iron Man. So yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, it was after Iron Man. I thought Iron Man was after the Hulk, but
it came out.
Hulk was the first. Okay.
Right after it.
Right after it. Yeah. Okay.
Or wasn't it? Was it in 2010 it came out, or was it 2008? 2008. It was right out, not too long after Iron Man.
Okay, yeah. So I have my
And then
spreadsheet of
Tony
all
Stark is
Marvel.
in the end of it.
He's in the
He's
because he
ending
goes.
scene,
Yeah, yeah. So he goes to yeah. So let's see what number is. Let me go by release. So the first Iron Man was first one, of course. Do not doubt Clobber Time's Garbaggio memory, which is usually
It was
incredibly
garbage. It was
good.
terrible.
So Iron Man was May 2nd, 2008. Incredible Hulk was June 13th, 2008. And Iron Man 2 was June 7th. Let me show my spreadsheet.
2010.
That's why I do these. Let's see, do I have?
Yeah. Iron Man 2 was 2010.
That's why I do these spreadsheets. See? So I have a spreadsheet here.
And there was Thor, then Captain America. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Let me zoom in. But yeah, here we go. So here's my spreadsheet of, and this is this is our rankings. I got to update them now again. Yeah, so here's the order. So Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America First Avengers. Then you had the Avengers was pretty early on too. Wow. So that was 2012. Yeah, so you had each solo hero, and then you had the Avengers. Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, which was probably considered the worst one.
At that point, probably the worst one, yeah.
Yeah, and that made 600.
I don't know, 3 was worse than, I think Iron Man 3 is worse than Dark World.
But here's the money.
2's pretty bad too, but anyway, go ahead. Oh, you mean money?
580, yeah, 585 Iron Man did pretty darn well. Hulk 264 is about, then 623 for Iron Man 2. Thor 450. Cap only made 370.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't a household name, you know. Then Avengers to the billion, right there. You had 6 movie build up, or 5 rather, and then boom, the 6 movies. The Avengers was it was like chapter 6 in a saga, and that $1 billion time. So much so that the carryover, a terrible movie like Iron Man 3, boom, $1 billion. Yeah, then right back down again. Sorry, good.
Yeah, no, Iron Man 3 is 1.2, and of course you got to go by inflation too. So this 1.5, that's in 2012, so that's 10 years ago. But then they were on the streak. Even Dark World was a cruddy movie, 644. Winter Soldier, 714. That's probably the best. Yeah, it's considered the best movie by all of us.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. It didn't crack $1 billion.
No.
Age of Ultron.
Did.
Almost as big as the first Avengers.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Ant-Man, $500 million. Not bad, Ant-Man, for a small guy. And then Civil War, which is another phenomenal
$1 billion.
movie. 1.1, yep. And then you're doing, all right, Doctor Strange. A lot of people love that movie.
It's good. I liked it a lot, yeah.
Ranked as Retro Boston's his number 3 movie.
Which was? Doc Strange?
Doc Strange, yep.
Oh.
So
how do you remember that?
6, 7. I put it in when I was watching the show because I put the I'm weird in that way.
Oh, you got our rankings on there? Oh, I changed mine a few times since then, but there you go.
Yeah, well, I probably have to as I said, I got to update
That's okay.
it. But that was Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So you're doing the 800s and Black Panther 1.3, Infinity War $2 billion, and that was out in 2018. Ant-Man and the Wasp 622. So even a mediocre character is able to pull 622 million.
Right.
And then you've got Captain Marvel at that point. All right, so it did do very well, Captain Marvel. They did tie it in. They said you need to watch it, but it did break $1 billion, so you got to give it credit. I
can't believe how much Spider-Man Far From Home made. Oh,
yeah. Then look at Endgame, almost $3 billion. I mean, so just a phenomenal movie. Yeah. So, and then Spider-Man Far From Home, $1 billion. I didn't like that movie.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, it sucks. The movie's terrible. I can't believe how'd that make that much money? Because it was after Endgame, I guess.
Yeah, it's Endgame. It's after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man, yep.
Black Widow didn't do well.
That was a pandemic, but you could argue that's pretty darn well.
Considering, and so it was Shang-Chi Didn't deserve to make
$4.32.
$1. Look at that. That's a lot. Yeah.
I liked a lot of the Shang-Chi movie. It's not Shang-Chi, but I did enjoy Ben Kingsley in there as the fake Mandarin. And I did like that bus scene. I thought that bus scene was awesome. And Paulie liked the movie too. But yeah, it still did $400 million. Eternals is where it went.
Eternals still
off the
made
rail.
more than Black Widow and
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
much. But big flop. But then you got Spidey No Way Home. You know, they're back on top. Yep. And yeah, 2014 was a great year in films. Cap, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Kingsman, Edge of Tomorrow. Yep. Then you got the Multiverse of Madness, 507, Love and Blunder. Even as a crappy movie, it still made
no, it's crazy that it made that much.
760.
Love and Blunder made way
Yeah.
too much money. That's outrageous.
And Wakanda Forever made
I can't believe that made it.
$855, but it made a ton of money. No, worldwide it was 400. The US is 453. So
And that's where your list stops. You gotta
yeah, I haven't updated. So the Marvel, let me go to Box Office Mojo.
because the next one would be Quantumania and then Guardians.
Yeah, I haven't updated though. So let's see what Guardians Volume 3. Let's see. I'm in Box Office Mojo. Let's see what they made. So they made, let's see, opening. Okay, so domestic, they made, let's put this in. This is exciting YouTubing here. US box office 358,995,815.
86753.
309, and then international 486,559,962 for a total of $845,555, $777. Well, actually, go play 555777 at lottery tonight. Yep. So that did pretty well. I did like Guardians 3.
I did like it. Yeah. Then Ant-Man would be
Quantumania.
Before that, though.
Yeah, let's see what Quantumania did. So Ant-Man.
You don't have them in order.
I get
anymore.
out of order. Yeah, I got to put it. Yeah,
you're out of order.
Well, Ant-Man was first.
Yeah, after Wakanda, there's Ant-Man, then Guardians, then Marvels.
Yeah. Well, this was based on the like a projection. Yeah, so that must have changed. See, Fantastic Four was on the list, but TB, yep. So the Marvels is oh wait, what did I do here? Marvels is 34, right? Oh wait, what did I double up here?
Marvel should be 33.
And what Guardians was 32. Oh, this is 31. 31?
Yeah.
32. The Marvels is 33, right?
Ant-Man's 31. Yeah.
Ant-Man's 31. Yep. Okay, so Quantumania made domestic. Drum roll, please. 214,504,909. And international made 261,566,271. You don't lose that $1. So that was $476 million. So lowering now. And then let's sort by.
Guardians did pretty well then.
Yeah, Guardians is probably going to be the last big movie. So let's see what the Marvels.
The Marvels so far, but it's still in the theater.
Yeah, it's on the theater, but let's just put in what we've got to date. So we've got 65,024,806.
Hike.
96,300.
Hike.
Hike, yeah. 1, 2, 3. So it's $161 million so far.
Hike. I'm sorry. Wow, 100.
Yeah, so of course it's only been out. It's only been out
3 weeks.
How many days?
2, 3 weeks now.
Let's see. Domestic, how many days has been out? and released 9 days. All right, so to be fair, it's only been, of course it's a flop though. I'm not trying, to be fair, but it's
it's a flop.
it's a and let's go. Yeah, I was away from the screen at the other screen. I love you. The Marvel's making 0, and Steven says that MCU is still my favorite. Yeah, it's a great movie, but so yeah, it's a flop. I mean, if you for a Marvel movie, for a normal movie, at this point, would they be happy with?
But not with all the money they spent on this sucker.
No, they allegedly spent $200 million on the movie plus advertising.
Closer to 3, probably they say, but I don't know.
But so that's a big loser. So yeah, to open, some of these movies I think open, the biggest openings were, like 500. We'll look it up, but yeah. So for it to make only $65 million, hasn't even crossed the $100 million mark.
No.
Domestically after 9 days. Let's compare it to, let's say, we'll look at the first Captain Marvel movie, right? Let's compare it. I'm going to pull it up on another screen so we can flip it back and forth. Let's see here. Just because that's a $1 billion movie. So let's just compare it. The first Captain Marvel movie. And let's pull this here. Actually, let's do this so I can get them both on the same tabs. These tabs are make you dizzy, but okay. So here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. So budget was $160 million. 2-hour movie. It made $61 million the first day. So the first weekend it made $153 million after 3 days. 4 days it had done $164 million. So this has been out 9 days so far. So domestic 245. Yeah. So yeah, just no comparison in terms of how how much money the movie made that quickly. So let's go back to the other tab. Oh, let's see here. Nope. The Marvels. So it's been out 10 days, 65 million. Let's flip back. 1 day, 61 million, just to give you an idea. And this is just domestic too. So I think, right? Do they give you? Gotta love Box Office Mojo, but can I do? Does it give me the international? I want to get the total, but anyway, just showing you what what it did. Wow. So worldwide, you could do worldwide, I guess. So Captain Marvel. Let's see what the worldwide totals are. Oh, it took me back to the same place.
Alaric, that's for sure. Winter Soldier is still my favorite MCU film to this day. So, Steven, I agree. That's my favorite as well. Love it. Love it, duder.
Yeah, that's great stuff. But yeah, it just shows you how it's really tanking and it's doesn't bode well for the MCU. Unfortunately, it's just if you're doing that poorly, yeah, it's not very confidence inspiring. The problem is too now it's not the it thing anymore. So there's no excitement generated for that next movie, right? Marvel had that streak. As we were showing with the where's my spreadsheet again? If I go back to it, let's see here. Where's my spreadsheet hiding? Yeah, so I mean, you had this hype, you had this phenomenal run, up until Endgame, and you could say up to Spider-Man: No Way Home, and the cracks are starting to show, but it's still $500 million. Not bad, and Wakanda did very well. Guardians did very well. The Marvels is only at 161 million, so we'll see where it ends up. But yeah, it's not very good. Yeah, not very good at all. So, but Yeah, it's just yeah, and the message is all we're saying. Yeah, it's just the problem is you're not gonna be able to have that your messaging anymore if you're not making money, right? So even they almost don't care anymore. They've just they're putting that messaging out, and then but eventually reality comes home to roost, right? You can only do that for so long, and then you got to have good movies. Sometimes Hollywood has messaging you might like or not like, but yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're not making money, you're not going to get a chance to make them, right? So, but so Clobbering Times, let's fix your rankings now. Let's see if you have.
Oh, okay. You want to know them?
Yeah, if you know them,
I got
yeah.
them right here. Yeah. Always.
All right, let's see. Well, I had Winter Soldiers number 1.
Yep.
You tell me where you change. I'll read down your list.
Okay.
Infinity War 2.
Yep.
Marvel's The Avengers 3.
Yep.
Iron Man 4.
Yep.
First Avenger 5.
Yep.
Ultron 6.
Yep.
Endgame 7.
Yep.
Civil War 8.
Check this out real quick. Make sure. Yeah, Civil War 8. Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy 9.
Number 1, Volume 1. That is, yes.
Yeah, first one. Yep. Doctor Strange, first one, 10.
No, I actually put Guardians 3 after that.
Okay, so Guardians 3 is number 10.
No, go with Doctor Strange number. No, Doctor Strange is number 10. I'm sorry.
Okay, Doctor Strange number 10. Spidey No Way Home 11.
Yes.
Yep, okay. Ant-Man is 12.
Let's see. No, let's see. Guardians. Oh, wait. Sorry, let me back up.
Okay, back up. So Guardians Volume 1 number 9.
Doc Strange is 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
But Guardians 3 is 11.
Okay. So Guardians 3 is 11.
Because I forgot to fix those.
Okay, so let's go Guardians 3. You're putting that as number 11.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me change.
And what do you have the Marvels as? I'll just put the Marvels now that I'm next to it. You had the Marvels as 28 or something, or?
It's at 27.
27. Okay, so let's resort and then we'll fix it. Yep. So
sort rearrange. I made a mistake on my list and I had to move stuff around.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies. Yep. Okay, so
let me see if I got that straight now.
So right, Guardians is number 11.
Yeah, Guardians 3 is number 11.
Yep. 12 I had you for Ant-Man.
Okay, 12 is now Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay, so 12 is Spidey No Way Home.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this. So let's now resort. Sort A to Z. Okay.
Yeah, I went back.
So 12 is Spidey.
Yeah, I went on a major changing spree.
Okay, so it's Ant-Man 13 then?
So you got 11 at all right, 11 was Guardians 3.
Yep.
12 is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
13 is Guardians 2.
Okay.
You got Ant-Man. Ant-Man is 14.
Ant-Man's 14. Okay, so why don't you just
So now you can read them off to me now.
We have to drop them up. So then Thor, what would Thor be? Or why don't you?
Thor's 15.
Okay. Okay, give me 16. Why don't you give me your numbers and I'll fix it.
Okay, 16 is Incredible Hulk.
So I'm just going to type, okay. 17.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
17.
Yep,
18.
Spider-Man Homecoming
Is 18. Okay, that's going to, yep. Raggy Rock.
And I have them very low rated, by the way, because I don't like these movies much. Thor Raggy Rock is 19, yep.
Okay, Multiverse of Madness.
That is 20, yep.
20, yep. Far From Home
is 21. Should be lower, but these other movies are so bad.
Yeah. Dark World is
22, yes, sir.
22.
Here's where it gets
Quantumania.
different. 23 is Iron Man 2.
Okay, let me go there. So Iron Man 2 is 23. Okay. What's 24?
Black Widow.
Okay, so Black Widow is 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
25 is Iron Man 3, audience nothing.
Okay, 25, Iron Man 3. 26.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumanius.
That moved down 4 places.
It moved down, yep. 27 is the Marvels.
27 is the
It
Marvel.
gets 0 stars, of course, but it's
Yeah. And then 28.
Black Panther.
28 is Black Panther. And then
29 is Sean Not Kang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Bangles. 0 minus.
Okay.
30 is Thor, Love and Blunder.
And thank you for that being a member for 2 months, Shooter.
Thanks, Shooter.
Okay, so Love and Blunder was what number? 30?
30, yep. 31
Okay.
is 31's Captain Marvel. 32 is Eternals.
Wait, I got to find Captain Marvel. 31.
Okay.
31. Okay.
Yeah, it's 31.
32 is Eternals. Yep.
Eternals,
This is a lot of work here, guys.
It is a lot of work. I'm
and
sure
I
they're
think-
riveted. Yeah.
And then let me sort it now. So we'll check, resort it. Let's see.
There's only one left.
So we got 27 Marvels, 28 Black Panther, 29 Shang-Chi, 30 Blunder, 31 Captain Marvel, 32 is
Eternals.
Wakanda.
No, 32 is Eternals.
Okay, and then Wakanda Forever.
33 is Wakanda Forever.
Okay, there we go. And I can't rate that movie because I've never seen it, and I won't see it. I turned it off. I turned it off.
Red Dress Press. Hey.
Hey, Red Dress Press. Hail. Great to see you.
So now you got it. Now you're updated. I probably won't change it again.
Well, until the next movie comes out.
So you got
Fantastic Four.
You got Retroblasting.
And Retroblasting, because you did that show with Retroblasting. Yep.
So
we do my top 10.
Do yours.
Yeah, so you were Winter Soldier. To recap: Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Avengers, Iron Man, First Avenger, Age of Ultron, Endgame, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Doc Strange. Round up your top 10.
Yep.
Now my list, I think I was still working on my list. I was resorting it, but my top 10 are Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Guardians of the Galaxy is my 3, which is probably, I just love that movie, and part of it was a surprise of how good it was. Yep.
Yeah.
And the Avengers 4, what a great night in the movie theater. 5 is Iron Man, although I have to say the third act of Iron Man's not as good, but who cares? Just that movie was just that whole first 2/3 was phenomenal, just so well done, and that made the MCU right there with that movie. First Avenger, Age of Ultron, which is aging pretty well actually. The more you watch it, Retroblasting is number 2. Then I'm Captain America: Civil War 8, Endgame 9, and Guardians Volume 2 10. I probably would move Volume 3 up, I think, above Volume 2.
Yeah, I agree with that.
After I haven't rated
everybody else
new
hates
movies
it,
yet.
I think they're both pretty close.
But I mean, if you look at us 3, the only movie that's out of the top 10 there's Retroblasting had, and I could be wrong with my rankings here if I wasn't too careful, but transcribing the show, but he had the Avengers as 14 and Guardians as 12, but pretty much we've all got Retroblasting.
Oh, Michael? Yeah.
Michael, yep. So, but pretty much these are all single digits. So that's pretty much the.
We all had the same number
the
one.
General consensus. Yeah, we're all the same number 1. Yeah, that's pretty much the general. It's fun. It's so much fun to do these lists, like which is better than the this or that. But it's always fun to debate with fans and not get too angry with each other and do it in a nice way and don't throw a cold blanket over anyone.
Yeah.
But it's.
Wait, what was Michael's number 3?
Well, here we'll do the Retroblasting order. Now, grant you, I was putting this in as you guys were talking, so I could have screwed up some of his rankings. But he had Winter Soldier.
We did it twice, so he's probably not up to. I know he's not up to date because a couple of movies came out since the last we did it. I'd have to ask him.
Age of Ultron 2, Doc Strange 3. So that's probably the biggest difference. He liked
Look at his.
Civil War 4. Iron Man 5, Endgame 6, Infinity War 7, Thor 8. And that's my number 16. Yeah. And I'm just only joking because Thor is one of my all-time favorite characters. Captain America: First Avengers 9, and Ragnarok is 10. Now Ragnarok, I think, is getting rated lower. It's going because of the how bad blood and thunder is. It's just that directing style. Wakiti. As much as I enjoyed
I
Ragnarok,
dropped it. I hate it.
I'm guessing you dropped it because of the.
I liked it a lot when I first saw it, but man, it does not. Not just because Wakiti's an insufferable prat either. It's just so much of it is just. I mean, it destroys. I mean, it aside from Fat Thor, it's really the worst thing that ever happened to Thor in the movies because all the goofy bullshit like you're not the god of hammers.
That up.
Yeah, I mean, what they did to making the hammer irrelevant, Mjolnir irrelevant, makes me want to puke.
I mean, Thor is very powerful without the hammer, but he needs the hammer to.
You're not the god of hammers. So you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, they hate him.
But he uses Mjolnir to.
Well, if he's not if he doesn't need hammers, why did he need Stormbreaker so bad to fight Thanos? See, so he did need hammers.
Yeah, it helps to amplify his power. It's amazing. It's an amazing.
So you notice they ignored that stupid shit that Wakiti did, and about you're not the god of hammers, and he really needed the Stormbreaker. He said it's suicide to fight. He even says we can't fight Thanos without that axe.
Yeah. No, yeah. So. Yeah. But I guess it does set up. I did really enjoy that movie, but it does set up the goofiness of Thor, which in that movie wasn't overdone, in my opinion, but maybe a little bit too much. But it was okay. But then he just went off the deep end. They went off the deep end with a comedy on Thor after that, and it just became a real problem for how Thor was portrayed. I mean, they had a great scene, and when they meet, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they find him, it's like, and Quill is jealous, and his muscles are made of metal. That kind of stuff is fun when it's Thor is the god making fun of him as because he's doesn't fit in with everyone, but when he's the butt of the jokes, then it doesn't work. So I'm glad you're back, your Muslim uncle.
Hey,
glad you made it back. Yep. Darn interwebs. Yep. Yeah, Shooter says, it was good as a once-off. I should have gone back to serious after that. Yeah, and the problem is Hemsworth is such a great comedic actor, kind of like Downey, but you don't want to have a jokey Thor. Iron Man as a, with the quips and with the ego, he's the playboy. That works, but doesn't work for Thor. So it's it's a shame that they went that route. So yeah, what I mean, they've got Spider-Man still, right? So that Spider-Man could make a ton of money probably if whatever movie he does. I don't have the Miles Morales, movies up here. That's considered Sony. I guess that last one did. How did that last one do? The what's that one called? The Across the Spideyverse. Is it Across the Spideyverse?
What? Oh, I don't know. You didn't go see it?
I went to see both of them. Yeah, that was too long actually. The movie.
I don't know how it did. I made the mistake of seeing the first one. Never will I watch another.
Yeah, so that made $690 million. Across the Spider-Verse, yeah. And I guess what was the first one? What was the first one called? It was can't remember. Was it Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or something?
I guess, yeah.
Let's see. So that one made
up the arse of the Spider-Verse.
So it made 700,000. So that's pretty darn good. Let me check what that other one made. Yep. It was Across the Spider-Verse. Yep.
Into the or something, yeah.
Or Into the Spider-Verse. Let's see what that one did. And that won the Academy Award, of course. Yep. So here we go. Into the Spideyverse only made $384 million. So here's Into the Spideyverse. So I guess that winning that Academy Award, and so really not that. I mean, the budget $100 million, and then the next movie worldwide made $300 million. Yep. So so that's considered a big success. I guess that's Sony, right? So so that movie's gonna beat the Marvels for sure. Yep. So no competition there. Yep. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's a shame too. You think you want to have these, the MCU going at full tilt, and it's not happening anymore, unfortunately. So it's kind of sad in some ways. You to see where it's gone. Yeah.
Yep.
But
yes, sir. Good night, everyone. Good night, Brogu. Have a good one.
Good night, Brogu. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon, I think. Yeah. Did we cover everything?
I gotta get up early. So, yeah.
Oh, you gotta get up early.
First,
you told me.
I did just now.
You did now. Yep. Well, we got to cover one last thing, and we got Hungry Boy here, so we're gonna cover. We'll do it relatively quickly. Famous last words, as I always say. Monarch of Monsters.
While you're doing that, let me stand up at least then, because I'm.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Go take a break. Yep. Take a break.
Go ahead.
Yep. So Clobber Towns will be right back. He's got to take a streaming break, which we all do. Need to do every once in a while. Get out of the chair. So it's when we got a big group here, it's easier sometimes to take a break, but just the two of us tonight. So the Clobbering Times will be right back, because you don't want to just listen to me. But so Monarch, what was the yes, Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Now this I went to do an update on my Apple TV, and this popped up with Godzilla. I'm like, what's going on with Godzilla? There's Godzilla out now. There's something going on now. So Hungry Boy, I don't know if you've seen this or heard about this. Yay for kaiju. So this is basically a series, I guess, that it's set in this 2014 Godzilla universe, which is pretty well done, pretty cool. And let me share my screen here again. There we go. Look at these kaiju. So thank you for hanging out with us again, Brogu. Yeah, so you've got the cast in this, which I do like what they did. They didn't try to de-age anyone here. They've got Wyatt Russell playing younger Kurt Russell, which is great. And it's tied into, of course, Kong Island. So you've got some flashbacks going on. These are very extremely minor spoilers, but so some of the characters from Kong Island. And what's interesting about it, or maybe you wouldn't find interesting, it seems to be more like an X-Files series where they're investigating the kaiju, and this Monarch corporation is basically like the evil government group that's hiding everything, or maybe controlling the monsters, or you don't know. I've only seen the first two episodes.
I'm so sad I can't see this because it's on Apple. It pisses me off so bad. Kurt Russell and anything I'm going to watch.
Yeah, Kurt
Russell. Of
Russell's
course, it's on freaking Apple. Who wants to get Apple for that?
You can get it free for 30 days, so or a week, I think. But the first episode.
Yeah, but I'm bad at canceling crap, and I can't even cancel Skype. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, the first episode is free to watch.
Where?
On Apple TV. You just go to Apple TV. Nope, you just can watch the first one for free.
Oh, good. Now I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, it's pretty.
Maybe you have to have an Apple account, but there's no charge to watch the first episode, because when the first episode ends, they say sign up for 7 days for free to watch the second episode, which is good marketing.
It's a fair cop. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah, and then they.
How was the first one? Interesting.
It's good. Now it's Monster Light, I have to say. This monster's in the first one.
That's what I was afraid of. So was that first stupid Godzilla 2014 movie.
So you do get a phenomenal Godzilla scene, I'll have to say.
Okay.
This scene is on a bridge with Godzilla. So this scene is, and these are minor. I'm not giving any plot details. You know, you're going to get Godzilla in the series called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. But of course, the special effects budget, the man in the rubber suit was pretty easy to do. But this is all CGI these days, right? So yeah, it's expensive to have, it's expensive if Peter Parker shoot his webs in the Spider-Man live action TV series. So it's going to be expensive to have Godzilla show up. So yeah, this is so you do get some cool Godzilla scenes, and it's a series of flashbacks. So you've got these characters that are tied into the original characters on, that were on Kong Island, and there's a mystery. There's a mystery box that they find, and there's papers, and there's files, and there's things that they have. This is not giving anything away. It's basically all the first 2 episodes are all set up, and they're looking to find out what's the mystery is. Basically, what's this Monarch company, I guess, and what are they doing, and how are they controlling the monsters. So yeah, the monsters are really cool. This monster's in the 2nd episode. So this is really cool, like bat monster. There's a cool crab monster. John Goodwin is in this scene. It's on Kong Island. So there are some really cool, fight scenes.
Okay.
And then the first one, you think they're going to be more. Yeah. So the crab is fighting this big spider monster, and that was pretty cool, pretty well done. It's always with these things. It's like they try to figure out what's fun.
Gojira.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Muslim says I have Apple. I stream it from my phone. Yeah, you can stream it to your TV. Yeah. Godzilla. But
Gojira.
You always trick with these movies is how do you fit the inconsequential humans in them, right? How do you get?
Yeah, I'm not too into humans when I'm watching a kaiju movie. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, -1's come. About Godzilla -1, right?
Yep.
Are you gonna go? I'm gonna go see that.
Yeah, I'd probably go see it. Yeah.
I just hope it's not as bad as Shin Godzilla.
Now these are the baddies in the corporation. You don't really know anything about, or maybe they end up being good guys. I don't know, but like around the world, they've got all these shelters, some kaiju. So there's a designated shelter, and they have there's an emergency, so they all have to evacuate. And there's the one thing can get confusing. They're going into the past, so look at that beautiful movie camera there.
She is.
And
that's camera.
Yeah. So that's
is that Wyatt?
This is set in the past. No, this is not Wyatt. This is Roland. One of the guys, another guy who was on Kong Island. And let's see if they show a picture. But yeah, so they go back and forth. There's tons of flashbacks, so sometimes it's confusing, like what time period are we in? So I was kind of confused, like they're in the past, or I guess they're in the. I'm guessing it's the 70s. I guess is with the time period. So it was just yeah. So I guess it's something like that. So yeah, Skull Island, as Larry says. Yep. And yeah, so it was good. I mean, it's definitely worth watching. Can I say it's must watch? No, but there's some fun things, and here's
John Goodman's in it.
Yep.
Damn, he's getting old.
Yep. Lost all the weight. God bless him. Yeah. So he's looking good.
He just doesn't look right.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be a flashback and grainy film, but he had a good scene. And then there's it's obvious. I guessing that's Godzilla's footprint. Like what the heck is that? Yeah. Know your meme, know your footprint. Yeah, Godzilla foot, or maybe it's. They're complaining. I don't know if the footprint's too different, but there's not a ton of kaiju action, but in some ways it reminded me of Lost. and I don't want to say that in about Lost tanked in the end, so I don't want to say that. It just
Right.
in terms of all the stuff that's setting up. Now we're going to get a payoff. Now
Right.
does Lost didn't have a payoff. First 2 seasons of Lost were phenomenal. I thought I loved, and I dumped out after that, thankfully. But yeah, there's Wyatt. There's Wyatt.
Wyatt
Yep.
Russell. He'll never be the actor as Pappy is, but he's pretty good. He might turn out to be at least a good, well, I'd say a good leading man type, except we're not going to have that in movies much these days. So the leading man type that you want, the cool, badass, that's just not going to work lately. I mean,
they do have a scene in this where he's an army officer, and he's supposed to escort this character, and there's a typical scene where he's at the railroad station, he's looking for a doctor, and this I think it's the 40s or 50s. I don't know when the heck the time period is, or maybe it's late. I have a movie camera like that. Not sure if that
50s
dates
or
it, but
60s, I think.
50s or 60s. It's obviously after World War II, but it's kind of tough to tell. They're driving Jeeps still. Willie's Jeep. So I think it's But anyway, so he's looking at she's like, I'm the payoff is, well, I'm looking for a doctor. Where's the doctor? It's like, well, it's me. I'm the doctor. I'm a woman. And then later on, he says, well, you probably judged me by how I looked, right? And then she says his name, and he's got 3 names, like, but it's probably different. It's probably a different one. And she's like, yeah. So that was kind of the messaging there, but
got to get the messages in there.
But in the 60s, I mean, you'd be much more accepting of a, in the 40s or 50s, it'd be much more unusual. In the 60s, 70s, I don't know if we have any people out there who can tell us the time period from this the kid here, but you'd be a little bit more accepting. But they don't say it, but maybe they said it and I missed it.
Well, it's probably 50s or 60s, because if it's him, if the modern day older Kurt Russell is him, that would make sense that he'd be, he'd look that way, but got older.
Yeah. So that could have just been me. I was getting ready for the show and clipping stuff and doing 2 things at once. So I might have missed some things, but yeah. Are we getting two tiny girls that talk to Mothra?
I hope so.
I love it. Destroy All Monsters. Maybe I'll go watch that after the show.
You have that? Cool. I haven't seen that forever.
Yeah.
I saw that at the theater.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't remember which one. It was a rerun, but it was a re-showing at that point, of course. Because
re-showing, okay.
Even I'm not that old. Well, I am old enough.
Yeah. But the CGI was really good. I was surprised that Apple was doing this, but they're trying to. I mean, will they ever compete with the Netflixes or the Maxes? Probably not. But who knows? I mean, if they can, what I think they're trying to do is have a smaller number of really high quality shows. For All Mankind, I hear is really good. I don't know if anyone in the chat has watched that, or let us know if
I've heard people like it. Yeah.
I've heard people, yeah. Don says you love Lost. Yeah, Lost me after a while, especially the payoff. Although Bat Manuel was fantastic on Lost, but even though I didn't watch those episodes, but a lot of people pan Lost for the lack of decent resolution. But the characters are good. It was always it was fun to watch. You had John Gate, or was DeSoto was on there. Roy DeSoto from Emergency, right? Played the dad of Locke. So it was good acting, and that made a star out of what was her? What's the girl's of the Wasp? Evangeline Lilly, right? That was her start. So some talented people in there. Although the dimensionally challenged guy, I want to know how you could be stuck on a desert island with not much food and still keep up the caloric intake. So that was waiting, like the poor actor. I'm like, they should have him getting a little bit skinnier, right? How much food is on the island, But there was some really cool. There was a dragon, basically, that bat dragon creature. And Kurt Russell's really not in it. He's at the very end of the second episode. So he's not in it a lot, but, I'm sure he's going to be in it now. He's going to be more of a factor in these episodes. Yeah. Godzilla evacuation route. Who wants that for their That'd be awesome, right? They could sell the hell out of that. That sticker, that as a poster, right, or as a sign. I mean,
probably have. They probably have some posters of it.
Yeah, but that's so awesome. Like, let's have a evacuation route. Yeah,
There's got to be a poster or a shirt of that.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah. But I mean, that's gonna sell. That's gonna sell big time, right? I mean, I'd stick that on my door.
Watch party for people that don't have it. It'd be fun. Watch along.
Yeah. Oh, the Micro Girls are Gojira versus Mothra before Destroy All Monsters. Oh, come on, Mark, get your Gojira movies straight. Oh, I just got shin kicked.
Oh no, me too. Then I just went along with you on it because I can't remember that far back.
Destroy All Monsters. That was the Ultraman. That was with the one with Ultraman, right?
You mean
the kid? Well, it's not Ultraman.
Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar. Yeah, it's
I thought Jet Jaguar was Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, or
I thought he was in Destroy All Monsters.
No, I think it was not the Smog Monster. It was Godzilla versus Megalon, maybe. My memory's terrible on those.
Yeah, I love all those movies, but yeah, sometimes you mix up the titles. But we're gonna give both give ourselves Agonizer.
Agonizer, please.
We're getting that wrong, yeah. And it is late, to be truthful, too. But yeah. And your Muslim says for mankind is actually for womankind. Oh, Destroy All Monsters really? Said no. Correct, Megalon. Oh, Megalon. Okay, Megalon. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Megalon.
All right. Well, those are probably my favorite movies, and I'm mixing the titles up. But yeah, Destroy All Monsters and Godzilla versus Mothra, and then.
Remember when John Belushi played the Godzilla?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. Yep. So anyway, I would say, yeah, go check this out. The first one is free. Let's see, where can I? Let me find the link for Apple TV. I'll just put that in the chat and go watch away. Let's see, Apple TV, Monarch. Go to apple.com. Site can't be reached. Oh, that's because I have my ad blocker on probably. Let's see here. Come on, computer. Here we go. So let's see here. So make sure it's not showing my name there. Here, I'll put this in the link. So everyone, we're going to wrap up here. You can go watch Godzilla. Oh, it's playing
Godzilla.
Playing the clip.
Godzilla and Godzuki.
So
you do know that song, right?
Yeah.
The old cartoon. Up from the depths, 30 stories high. Oh.
So here we go. So you've got Aftermath is the first one, Departure, and Secrets and Lies. So I've watched the first two. Oh, Secrets and Lies out. Oh, it's out. It just came. What's the date? Oh, it's coming out November 22nd. It's not out yet. Okay, November 22nd. But you can go to Apple TV. I'll go like this so I don't get. I don't want to get zappoled here. There we go. Yeah. So there's the Monarch symbol. So. So let me put this link in for everyone to. Oh, the link is in. All right, good. All righty. Well, why don't we work on getting out of here? I think we had a pretty productive evening. What do you think, Clobber Times?
I think we knocked it out of something.
We knocked out of something, right? Yep.
We knocked something out.
Although I do apologize for Neelix's feet.
Yeah. Oh, good. The low life. The low light of the night.
Sorry to do that to everyone. Yeah.
I
got to change this clip to I hope I never see Neelix's feet again.
If I never see another clan,
It'll be too soon.
Right? Oh, I did do a new clip that I put. Let me upload that with Voyager. I did a mishmash. We played it on Saturday Night Star Trek. I gotta play that here too. So it's Neelix playing with toys, and I called it Neelix versus Worf. Yep. There we go.
Specifically. All right, they were models. 1/10 scale, but they were extremely detailed.
you built models.
He plays with toys.
It's a model.
With little figures.
There we go. That
Oh
that
dear,
gets us
oh
better.
dear.
And we can play this one too for everyone to eliminate that Neelix look.
I can't say that I like this town very much. On the other hand,
I don't know what that clip. I got so many thousands of views on that clip. I don't know
I
why.
wonder why.
I
Can't imagine.
I did so much work on those other videos, and I don't know why that one
I don't know.
got so many views. I mean, just it was not sure why. Everyone could explain it to me.
All right, Don. You too have a good holiday, buddy.
Yeah.
If we don't see you before that.
Have a great holiday, Don. Yep.
By the way, they were talking about Ultraman and Jet Jaguar. Does anyone ever remember Inframan?
No.
That was a basic kind of a ripoff of those two. It was a movie though, and I saw that at the movie theater. I was telling you about that list, that site I got with all the old movie theaters in Baton Rouge, pictures of them and stuff. And I saw that at the theater in the mid '70s. Inframan, and no one remembers Inframan. But you know what?
No.
Siskel and Ebert put it on their guilty pleasures list. They liked Inframan. Oh, loved Inframan. There you go. So yeah, there you go. Someone knows about it.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
HB. Oh yeah. Brian. Hey, buddy. Brian Hepburn knows about it too. Yeah, Inframan was cool. And like I said, Siskel and Ebert actually liked that movie. Like, yeah. And seen that since then at the theater. Like I said, at this old downtown theater called the Heart.
Nice. Yeah.
In the balcony. I remember sitting in the balcony.
The balcony. It was fun to sit in the balcony. Yeah.
Oh, I love balcony. Did you have balconies? They don't have any of that anymore.
We used to. Now they're gone now. Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
Too dangerous. Balconies are too dangerous. Yep. But but it's I'll have to check out Inframan. And yep, so you guys all saying it's
that was a fun movie.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's sort of a rip of Ultraman in a sense, but he's cool.
Yeah.
He just needed monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even remember much other than loving it, but I can't remember that much about it right now.
Interesting.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Look at 70. Is Inframan Hong Kong, the Hong Kong thing? I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's a. I'd have to look it up now because I don't remember much about it other than it's a big time movie going experience for me as a kid in 75 or 76, whenever it was,
Yep.
Oh, 1975. There you go.
75. Yep.
Inframan.
Oh, there you go. Playing Jet Jaguar's clock. Yeah. Them is fighting words. Yep. So I definitely want to thank my members now that I'm monetized, and hopefully I can stay monetized. Fingers crossed. Just joking, but yeah, and I heard that our buddy from Earth B, J-Man, got monetized, thankfully, finally, which is great.
Yeah, I got accepted, so yeah.
Finally, yep. So I want to thank my members, of course. We've got Dave C, Tatsu Sammy, Doc Fortune, Jonah Hex, Bubba Doom, Joseph Dredd, Claude Saline, Joe's Atmosphere, Mr. Angel, Daisy Blossom, Gwagnar, Your Muslim Uncle, Larry, Shooter, Brian Hepburn, JT Kirk, Das Wolfen, of course, Clobburn Times, my buddy here, Andy Drew, Jill, It's Courtney, and Eric K. So thank you. Much appreciated. And of course, I also have my Patreons, which are some of the same people. Which are Shooter, Brian Hepburn, RobAltis, and Larry. So appreciate that support over on Patreon as well. And I'm going to try to do a member stream this week. Maybe, I'll be home during the day, and hopefully a lot of people will be home. Oh, look at that. 70s just joined. That means 70s is here.
Hey.
I think, right? You can't lurk.
He is. He said something, yeah.
Oh, he did say something. So I missed 70 because I'm mostly blind now. So
he said
hungry for a super scroll. Okay. Yep, I was off the screen reading my members. So wow. Thank you, 70s. You didn't have to do that.
Cool, 70s.
Much appreciated. And go Rangers. No, you just joined the channel. So go Dallas Stars. But the Rangers are looking pretty damn good this year. So hopefully I can make it on one of your bourbon and boarding shows on Saturday night. But just hockey season is off, and if you're a Rangers fan, it's been pretty darn exciting. So that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, Larry's a double dipper. You can double dip, and you can you can double dip, and no problems with that. Yep. Oh, the poll. Oh, the poll. Yeah, let's see here the poll. Yep. Let's look at the poll. So let me share this screen. And we'll look at the poll again. And I don't know, 70s if you voted yet. Yeah, and 70s on Great Culture Casino. Yep. He does a great show on Sunday night too. Yep.
Oh, cool. Is he on? Yeah, he's on, bro.
So here's the poll here. So we find the portrayal of Davros in a wheelchair offensive. 14% yes, 86% no. So I'm gonna, and 70s voted. So now I'm gonna end the poll. Yep. So I guess we got out of 22. We don't have Jill here to do the math for us, but that's very few people. And Hungry Boy actually voted by accident as a yes. So yeah, we were talking 70s.
Das Wolfens, yeah.
And Das Wolfen, another member. Hello, Das Wolfen. Hail, thank you for being here. Yeah, the whole controversy of Davros and now keeping him in the wheelchair, and yeah, it's just oh, Larry said he couldn't vote. It's a black white box on that. Maybe the app you can't vote. I've always been on the
if it's on your phone you can't, but I don't think.
Yeah.
But,
sorry about that, but I'm guessing you would have voted no. But yeah, it's just crazy that that's become such a controversy, and I don't think Doctor Who needed any controversy going into the new series. So unfortunately, that's where we are. But let me also thank. Let's see who's active in the chat. Of course, well, thank you everyone for being here. So active in the chat are your Muslim uncle, 70s, Stephen M, Shooter, Larry, and Hungry Boy, and Das Wolfen. And let's see who else was here tonight. Courtney stopped by to say hi. She's been driving a lot tonight. Red Dress Press. Let's see. Stephen M was here. So hail to Stephen M. Don Power Ranger. Let's see who else I'm in the Stream Elements bot. Thank you for being here. Of course, I said Shooter. Let me go up all the way to the beginning here. We got a lot of chatting going on. Phantom Outsider, Dave C. Wagner, of course, I mentioned Claude Parrish, Alaric Hallerson, Stephen M, RRTNZ. Oh yeah, and thank you. Let me thank you everyone for the super chat. So thank you, Wagner, for being a member. He's got some member chats here, and RRTNZ had 3 super chats tonight. So thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Of course, I mentioned Hungry Boy. There's Courtney in the chat. Wes Cagle was here. I hate missing people. Let's see here. Who am I missing, Clobbering Times? I said Phantom.
Did you get Brian?
Oh, I did get Brian Hepburn. Yeah,
Brian Hepburn. Yeah, we got Larry, of course. Larry, Uncle.
Yeah.
You're seeing everybody.
I think I got everyone. Yep, I think I got everyone. If I didn't get you, it's because I'm an idiot. I apologize. DJ Ronnie G.
About Don.
Yeah, I got Don. Yep.
And Kal-El and Shooter and all those cool people. Yeah, I think you probably covered it, Duder.
And Shooter says he always found Davros offensive. Yeah, because he was out to destroy humanity, right? Yeah.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah. That's one that always seem to get here at the end. Well, you can rewind. Be kind, rewind. But yeah, that's one we're much appreciated that you're
Real Wade Nation. Was good too.
Yeah, Real Wade Nation. Oh, thank you. I missed Real Wade Nation. Yep, was here. Yep.
It's cool.
So, I think I got everyone, but yeah.
You got Alaric, right?
And I got Alaric, yeah.
RTNZ.
Yep, I got RTNZ. Yep.
Yeah.
All the usual suspects, I guess. Yep.
All the usual. Maddie's daddy did pop in. The
chat. Oh yeah, Maddie's daddy. Yep. He was here in the chat. Couldn't be here tonight in person, but
Dave C. You probably got.
Dave C. Yep, I got Dave C. Yep. I think I got all the great people that were hanging out with us tonight. Yeah. So always appreciate everyone spending your Sunday evening with us. There's a lot of other stuff you could do. You could be watching, the Marvels over and over.
Yep.
A couple of times I've seen it 6 times.
It's the greatest movie ever made. Why wouldn't I?
So, but yeah, it's it's a great time to hang out with everyone. Enjoy the week and happy Thanksgiving. to everyone in the States. If you're not in America, go buy a turkey anyway and eat it. But no, it's a special time of year where you give thanks for what's special in your life. And I'm thankful to have met all you guys, Clobbering Times, and I don't want to start naming people because I'm going to miss naming people, but I've met a lot of great, fantastic people on YouTube, and hopefully get to meet a lot of you guys in person someday. But you give thanks for, so I'm very thankful to be able to hang out on YouTube and have this as a new outlet. Have that virtual Comic-Con all the time and have fun, and it's been really great. So want to thank everyone here for that, and go spend a few minutes to be thankful. I know there's a lot of crappy stuff going on in the world, and maybe in your life things aren't going the way you want them, but there should always be something you can find to be thankful for, I'm hoping. So as bad as things are, it's a time to just look back and reflect, and in the end, it's not all the material crap and possessions as a guy who's surrounded by all this stuff and memorabilia, but in the end, it's my son came home for the weekend. It was great to see him back from college, right? So there's certain things you can't buy. So I know holidays are tough for a lot of people, and it can be difficult, but I hope hope you make the best of it. And if you're not feeling great, reach out to a friend or family or someone. Don't try not to be alone on a holiday if you can avoid it, and try to look at what's thankful. And it's the material stuff, it's crap. It's crap in the end. To quote my dad, who said crap. And what do you remember is hanging out with everyone. Those are the good memories. So I'm really thankful to be able to spend all the these good times with everyone and hang out and have fun. And Larry, no eatery. We'll do eatery next week when I'll film the turkey. And hail to Your Old Toys. So everyone, let's check out Your Old Toys channel, because he's getting close to, was it 200 or 300?
Yeah. All right. Your Old
Toys. That's a great Star Wars collector, vintage Star Wars collector. So here we go. Yep. Oh, thank you, Hungry Boy. Thank you for that. Yeah, I always think of that at the holidays, because I know it's tough for some people out there too. So, but yeah, just be thankful. Look for something to be thankful for, and I think that's the great message of Thanksgiving, because of it's thinking of those pilgrims that first Thanksgiving, right? They were just thankful to be alive, right? Thankful to have food. So it's a time just to reflect, and don't worry about what action figures are on sale on Amazon for Black Friday. I guess in the long run, does it? It just doesn't matter. It might sound like heresy, but it's just spending time from the family. That's always something I appreciate, and getting together with family. So I hope everyone has a great week. Clobbering Times, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving as well. Thank you for being here. And our Hungry Boy says, I'm thankful I don't need to watch the Marvels. And RR says, I'm thankful I got to enjoy the stream. Cheers, Mark and Clobby and everyone in the chat. Cheers in the future, at least around the world, 18 hours in the future. So I guess it's going to be a good day tomorrow. So thank you so much, RTNZ. Well said, much appreciated. And everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Let's get out of here. We're going to play the Nerds first, because why not?
Get those nerds! Nerds! What?
Yeah, we don't want to get picked on, us nerds. So thank you again, Clobber Times.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So here, let me put the overlay on. Everyone go watch the Marvels or whatever you want to watch, and have a great Thanksgiving, great holiday. And we'll catch you next Sunday. And Clubhouse, of course, during the week. And we didn't talk about Clobbering Times. Everyone knows where to find Clobbering Times. Sorry,
you got me. Don't worry about it.
You got you. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I'll be here Thursday night. I'll be here Thanksgiving night, everybody. So, and
I want to say that. Yes, look for Clobbering Times on Thursday night, and you know where to find them. So everyone have a great evening, and happy Thanksgiving. A great week. I should not great evening. See, I'm stream branding, but everyone have a great week next week. Take care.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark. and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.